The following is a presentation of WCMP Sports, local sports.
With the goal on the shorthander.
A Q Media Group production.
Are you kidding me? This is ridiculous. I mean, he can't miss.
Local high school sports.
Oh, it's knocked out. Oh boy, 1-0.
Also available for free on the WCMP mobile app or on the Q Media Group YouTube stream.
He's got a lot of room to run, and he's off to the races. 40, 45, 50, 45, 40, 35, 30, 25, 20, 15, 10. He's gone!
Now, to bring you the call, here's Ethan Game Day Gilman.
And good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Pine City, Minnesota for tonight's Section 5 3A playoff football matchup between the Pine City Dragons and their rivals, the Mora Mustangs. I'm Ethan Game Day Gilman, as the intro did mention, and I'll be bringing you all the action from tonight's playoff game. We've already got some playoff games going on around our local listening area over on KBEK 95.5 FM. The Ogilvie Lions hosting the Verndale Pirates there in that game, and we'll give you an update on that one here shortly. But we've also got over on 100.9 FM, the Bram Bombers hosting the Chisholm Blue Streaks, and update for you from that one. Looks like Bram leading over there 16-6 over the Blue Streaks of Chisholm. And we'll get you an update again, as I mentioned, from Ogilvie here in just a short moment. But until then, I'm Ethan Game Day Gilman, and it should be a really good night of football. These two teams met not too long ago, actually, in the regular season. And when they met, it was Pine City coming away with a shutout victory over the Mora Mustangs. Now, I fully expect this one to be a little bit different just because, again, it is playoffs. So anything can happen in playoffs, but I fully expect Mora to come out with a little bit different of a mentality here in this one, especially when they lost last time in this game. But, again, this could be a very different outcome, seeing as how, well, again, it is playoffs. Mora lost here, and what better way to avenge that loss than getting a victory on the road over the team that you did wind up losing to. So Mora coming into this one with a lot. Both teams coming in with a lot to prove. Both teams were first-round exits last year. This is the first time in a while that Pine City's got to host a playoff game, and they're reveling in the moment, as they should be. You know, there's a lot that is to be said about this Dragons team. Only 2 wins on the season, but let me tell you what, this team could easily be 6-2, 7-1, if we're being honest. This team was that good this year. You might be looking at their schedule and going, well, wait a minute, Ethan, what do you mean 6-2, 7-1? They were 2-6. Well, you take any of those wins, other than maybe the Pequot game. The Pequot game was really the only game that was like, okay, yeah, they kind of lost that one. Other than that, they were in each and every game. They were, even that ESCO game, they were in it until the fourth quarter. That fourth quarter, they were only down by 14 points. So when I'm looking at this game and I'm thinking to myself, okay, Pine City has a really good chance to, first of all, win their first playoff game in some time, but also win their first home playoff game in some time. Again, special chance here tonight to not only host a playoff game in their first chance in a while, but also to beat Mora twice in the same season. There's not a lot of chances you get to play the same team twice in a season, especially in football. But to be able to beat them twice in a season, now that would be icing on the cake. But if you're Mora, you're thinking to yourselves the exact opposite. We can't get beat by this same team twice in the same year. Mora has really controlled this rivalry game for the last handful of years. They have been the more dominant team. But Pine City this year, complete opposite. They are saying to themselves, no. This time, it's our time to turn the tide and to push this rivalry in our favor and to stack the wins on our side. And they could do so, again, as I mentioned, twice in one season. But again, Mora, there is a lot on the line for this team. They lost to a really good Pequot Lakes team in the final game of the season. It was a little bit lopsided. So coming off of that, a little bit of a short week. You know, you've got that Thursday, Friday where you practice, but it's almost walkthroughs Thursday, Friday because, well, they're trying not to do too much in turn in getting healthy and staying healthy for this matchup here tonight. Again, they had 3 days of practice, really. That was it, if you can even call it practice. Again, usually Thursday, Friday, pretty much a walkthrough for these teams. Then Monday, you kind of return and get back to a little bit more of a padded practice. But again, it's not super physical. It's more or less, okay, let's get healthy, stay healthy for this game here tonight. So we'll see what Mora is able to do again, especially coming off a regular season finale loss, while Pine City beat Proctor in their regular season finale. Getting an update for you from Ogilvie. Looks like the Lions lead over Verndale in the second quarter, 16-0. We've got more coming your way on KBK 95.5 after the Ogilvie game. Will be fully in Mora. Now, it will start before that one ends, but it will be on after that. And then over on 100.9 after the Bram game ends, Rush City versus Kenyon Wanamingo will start. So we've got all that coming up your way. Here on this, we are just getting into our Here's the Pitch pregame. Here's the Pitch in North Branch is the area's premier indoor training facility. Whether it's fast pitch, slow pitch, or baseball batting cages, you can tune up your swing at Here's the Pitch in North Branch. After the break, we'll come back and get an A&W hometown handoff with Adam Hefty over there in Bram. So we hear from him in just a short little while. But first, a word from our fine sponsors here on Anthem Country WCMP.
Pizza Pub in Pine City has a pizza and salad buffet on Fridays.
Not the right vibe. Trav and the gang at Pizza Pub are a little hipper. Here we go. Take two.
Start off your weekend right with the Friday Pizza Buffet at Pizza Pub. From 11 to 1, pile your plate high with all-you-can-eat pizza for just $12, or upgrade to pizza and salad buffet for only $16. And they're now open Friday and Saturday 11 to 11 and Sunday 11 to 9. Pizza Pub, serving fresh pizza every day of the week. Come stop in.
Pizza Pub of Pine City.
All right, guys, when you get into the end zone, I want a big celebration. Maybe the gritty?
Nah, the Dirty Bird.
Ready, break.
There are plenty of different celebrations after a touchdown. When it comes to yours or your loved one's end-of-life celebration, there are also choices. Find guidance from the professionals at Methven Funeral Homes, church services, celebration of life services at one of their chapels, or even cremation. Methven has the resources to facilitate everything from start to finish. Methven Funeral Services in Mora, Sandstone, and Isle, or find them online at methvenfuneralhome.com.
A jewelry store.
Nada.
Then it's a thrift store?
Nada.
A pawn shop.
Nada. Another Man's Treasure is not a lot of things. What it is a place to find gently used power tools, hand tools, tires, fishing and hunting gear, motocross gear, and a ton of other cool stuff. Stop by and sell your gently used items, or buy something at a fraction of the price of buying it new. Another Man's Treasure in Becker, Princeton, East Bethel, Rice Lake, Wisconsin, or North Branch. Or visit Another Man's Treasure on Facebook and see what came in today.
CF Moto gives you everything you're looking for in off-road side-by-sides and utility by-sides. Not only does CF Moto offer comfort, but refined performance, and is found at Caswell Cycle in Mora. For those craving big adventures for off-road, CF Moto can help you get out on that next adventure with CF Moto Power Sports. Experience more together. The best place to purchase CF Moto off-road side-by-sides is Caswell Cycle. The fun starts here. Caswell Cycle, Mora. Motorcycles, ATVs, and side-by-sides can be dangerous to operate. Review all product manuals, labels, and safety information before operating. Always wear your safety gear and never operate a CF Moto vehicle under the influence of alcohol or drugs. Visit CFMotoUSA.com for complete training and safety guidelines.
A&W Restaurant Pine City is still making fresh root beer, that signature item since 1919. It's still made fresh and on-site with real cane sugar and a blend of secret ingredients. It doesn't get any better than this. Their world-renowned A&W root beer is a classic treat, and they can top it off with creamy vanilla soft serve to be known as the famous A&W root beer float. Now that's smooth, tasty, and refreshing. An American iconic A&W root beer float. It never tasted so good. A&W Restaurant Pine City. Come grab your root beer float today.
Hey there, Brad from Lee's Pro Shop here. Are you ready to show off that school pride? Lee's Pro Shop is your official letter jacket supplier, and we're here to help you celebrate every touchdown, goal, and win. We got everything you need to create a perfect letter jacket that tells your story. And for a limited time, when you come in and mention this radio ad, you get $10 off your letter jacket. That's right, $10 off. So come in, let's start to tell your story. Lee's Pro Shop, where the passion for sports begins.
A jewelry store.
Nada.
Then it's a thrift store?
Nada.
A pawn shop.
Nada. Another Man's Treasure is not a lot of things. What it is a place to find gently used power tools, hand tools, tires, fishing and hunting gear, motocross gear, and a ton of other cool stuff. Stop by and sell your gently used items, or buy something at a fraction of the price of buying it new. Another Man's Treasure in Becker, Princeton, East Bethel, Rice Lake, Wisconsin, or North Branch. Or visit Another Man's Treasure on Facebook and see what came in today.
Your journey to a smile you'll love forever starts at Embrace Orthodontics. The team at Embrace is committed to providing world-class care and a remarkable orthodontic experience. Choose between custom Lightforce braces or Invisalign clear aligners. With locations in Pine City, Lindstrom, and Cambridge, and a plan to fit your budget whether you have insurance or not. Embrace Orthodontics will make your smile journey comfortable, convenient, and customized just for you. Visit EmbraceMN.com today to find out how to set up your free exam. EmbraceMN.com. Embrace Orthodontics. A smile you'll embrace forever.
Mille Lacs Health System has been standing in partnership with their patients for over 65 years. Their mission is to assist those residing in and visiting the Mille Lacs area in achieving and maintaining optimal health. Mille Lacs Health System providing urgent care and emergency services on their main campus in Onamia and family medical care in Onamia, Isle, Hillman, and Garrison. They salute the youth in the communities they serve and wish them good health and good luck.
Back here on WCMP 106.5 FM, AM 1350. Getting ready for our Kettle River Pizza kickoff here on WCMP for this Section 5 3A playoff game between the Pine City Dragons and the Mora Mustangs here on the Here's the Pitch pregame show. But first, before we continue on with our Here's the Pitch pregame show, we're going to get a word with our very own Adam Hefty on the A&W Hometown Handoff. Of course, your Hometown Handoff is brought to you by A&W in Pine City. Craving a classic, you can stop in for a frosty mug of their famous root beer. You can pair it with a juicy cheeseburger or a savory mushroom and Swiss. That is A&W in Pine City. You can taste the tradition. Adam Hefty, how's it going over there? I know you're in Bram tonight. How's it going?
A cold and windy Froyen Field, the second-seeded Bram Bombers get ready to host the seventh-seeded Chisholm Blue Streaks. Bram defeated Chisholm 53-14 back on September 19th, but Chisholm did win their last game last Friday against East Central. So the Blue Streaks are looking to continue their momentum coming into the playoffs here, but Bram trying to kind of shut that down and trying to assert their domination over the Blue Streaks here tonight. And the winner will go on to face the winner of Barnum and East Central. Thank you for joining us here on the A&W Hometown Handoff.
Yeah, thanks again, Adam, for the A&W Hometown Handoff update, if you will. The A&W Hometown Handoff is, of course, brought to you by A&W in Pine City. You grab a frosty root beer float, a cheeseburger, or those amazing cheese curds they've got waiting for you. A&W is rooting for all the athletes playing here tonight. That, again, was our A&W Hometown Handoff here on the Here's the Pitch pregame show. I'm Ethan Game Day Gilman as we take a look at the football season and how it stacked up for both of these squads here during the regular season. I mentioned it a little bit before we went to break, but I'll mention it again. The Mora Mustangs, will start with them, finished as the number 5 seed. Of course, they had packed charter. This would have been a 7-seed section, but packed charter was not playoff eligible. So Malacca wound up being the 6th seed. Then it was Mora's 5, Pine City 4, Foley 3, Spectrum 2, Annandale 1. Now, there's a little bit of a caveat with Spectrum because they didn't really play anybody. They played 3 teams twice. So they played 6 games against the same team. Yeah. So those 6 games that they didn't play against the same teams, well, they lost those games. So that just kind of gives you an idea. So I think Spectrum might be the team at maybe a little too high seeded for where they're at. I think Foley has a good chance of, if they were to win tonight over Malacca, anyone actually who wins tonight who will be going to Spectrum on Saturday has a good chance, I think, of beating Spectrum. I just don't think Spectrum is as good of a team as maybe advertised. But Malacca playing Foley tonight, and then Pine City hosts Mora. I think it's going to be a really good game here. Mora finished 1-7, 0-1 in section play. They scored 10.5 points per game while giving up 33.5 points per game. Now, that started off with a 32-0 win over Proctor to begin the regular season on the road. Then it was, I don't want to say all downhill from there, but it was tough. They only scored in 4 other games, losing to Aiken, 2 Harbors, Esco, Cloquet, Pine City, Hibbing, and Pequot Lakes. So it was a tough go of things. They did play Cloquet pretty well. They lost by 12 in that one. They lost by another 8 to Hibbing. So those were their 2 closest games other than the Pine City shutout 20-0. But I think tonight could be a little bit different. As we take a look at Pine City season, again, they finish at 2-6. Now, again, I said it. I'll say it again. This is easily a 6-2 team. Look at that Hibbing game. If their offense had got going like it did in the 4th, there's no chance Hibbing wins that one. Same with the Bram game. If they could have just got their offense to continue what it did in that second half, they would have definitely won that game. Rockridge, just a rainy night, not a night that Pine City was, I don't want to say ready for, but just not a night that they had really planned out for. And Rockridge was able to score here and there. But again, you get Pine City that night on a non-rainy night, that's a win. Up in Two Harbors, a 7-0 loss, and they lost that one late in the fourth quarter. Another game they should have won. The loss to Pequot Lakes is, I think, one of the real losses there. Then they beat Mora, lost to Esco, but again, that's a 32-6 loss. They were in that one in the fourth quarter, trailing by only 14, and then they beat Proctor in the regular season finale 34-0. So again, they were 1-0 in section play. That was against Mora, the only section team they played. But I think this is going to be a really good game here between these two teams. I think it's going to be a little bit different of an outcome than what a lot of people are expecting. I think if you're a Pine City fan, you're obviously expecting the Dragons to run away with this one. But if you're Mora, you're also expecting your team, the Mustangs, to kind of come in here and get some revenge over the Pine City Dragons. So that's, I think, the difference here this evening is I think the Mustangs are coming in. Now, if you're the Mustangs, obviously you got revenge on your minds. But the one thing you can't do is come out and overplay. You don't want to come out and do too much, and then all of a sudden you're falling flat on your face. Meanwhile, for Pine City, you don't want to come out so nonchalant knowing you beat them already and go, okay, we beat them already, we can beat them again. And then you come out so flat that you can't get anything going, and then you're down by, 14-16 by half, and all of a sudden thinking, how do we get back and how do we get things going again for ourselves? Meanwhile, Chisholm just scored again. Bram is now leading only by 4, 16-12. What's going on, Bram? Bram is struggling over there against Chisholm, a team they probably shouldn't be struggling against. Either way, this is going to be a really good game. I think it's going to be a lot closer than we're expecting. 20-0 was the score last time in favor of Pine City. I think this time could be, a lot closer, 20-14, 20-18, something like that. I think that's the kind of game we can expect here tonight between these two teams as we get set for playoff action. The winner tonight will head to number 1 Annandale on Saturday. Not a great matchup, but hey, it's playoffs. Anything can happen. Again, over on the other side of the bracket, Foley and Malacca going at it tonight in Foley. The winner of that one will go and play Spectrum on Saturday, and I think whoever wins that one has a great chance of beating Spectrum there on Saturday. Well, we will get ready to hear our national anthem and our starting lineups. So what we'll do is we're going to take a commercial break, and when we return, we will be ready for that Kettle River Pizza kickoff here on WCMP. That concludes our Here's the Pitch pregame. Here's the pitch in North Branch in the Tanger Outlet Mall.
The Classic Edge HDX from Center Boiler is the outdoor wood furnace for you.
This furnace can heat anything, your house, shop, greenhouse, even a pool, all with one Classic Edge HDX.
The Firestar combustion control takes all the worry and guesswork out of wood heating.
It automatically controls combustion for highest efficiency with any kind of firewood, and you can remotely monitor the furnace from anywhere.
Northland Boiler Sales, your local central boiler sales dealer. Visit northlandboilersales.com.
Oh, no.
Oh, man.
Don't worry, Hones can fix you up. Butch, Christie, and the crew at Hones Auto Body and Glass have over 44 years of experience repairing vehicles from accidents and damage due to hail. In fact, they've got a huge state-of-the-art facility in Mora, are iCar and ASC certified, and certified in aluminum repair and welding. Plus, Hones is recommended by many insurance companies. Hones Auto Body and Glass. In Mora, Hones. They'll fix you up right.
Here's the pitch.
Here's the pitch in North Branch, the area's premier indoor batting cages and training facility. State-of-the-art pitching machines for softball and baseball. Rent cages with machines or bring your own pitcher. Here's the Pitch also offers instruction from experienced players. And Here's the Pitch has enough room for coaches to bring the whole team for training. Here's the Pitch in the North Branch Outlet Mall.
Honeymoon, here we come. Where's our car?
It's been stolen.
We'll call our insurance agent. I'm right here.
Oh, hey, Jen. You got our invite.
Love the dress.
Are we covered for this?
Of course. That's why you chose auto owners. We work together to get the right coverage. So when the unexpected happens, you know you're covered.
That's simple human sense.
Your local auto owner's agent is Pine Insurance Agency. Visit them at pineagency.us today. pineagency.us. Can't wait to get out there.
Yeah, man, I'm ready for the season.
Hey guys, you gonna finally let me in on the big hunt this year?
Yeah, sure.
Really?
Honey, there's a lot of preparation that goes into hunting.
Preparation, huh? Like getting to almost yours gun and pawn in Mora so I can have the right gun, scope, blind, and stand? And no matter what caliber I'm shooting, Bob always has the right ammo. Ha, thanks, boys. I went to Almost Yours Gun and Pawn. They have everything a hunter needs to be prepared.
Okay. I do love Almost Yours Gun and Pawn.
907 Union Street, Mora.
Back here on WCMP, we're getting ready for the Kettle River Pizza kickoff here at George Saunders Field in Pine City, Minnesota for tonight's Section 5 3A quarterfinal matchup between the rivals, Mora Mustangs and the Pine City Dragons. The Kettle River Pizza kickoff coming up. Kettle River Pizza, you need to raise funds for your team? Well, Kettle River Pizza in Ascove has a practical and user-friendly fundraising program. Visit kettleriverpizza.com/fundraising to learn more. It will be the Pine City Dragons 2 booted away here this evening. The Mustangs will receive, so they want their offense to get out there first, and they want to get on the board. As they begin this one, I can't quite tell who's back to return. Even my glasses won't help me with that. Looks like maybe 13, Jeremiah Fuller, could be back deep to return for them. Here's the boot from Hall. It's going to be more of a pooch kick. It'll be taken in around the 30 to the 35, cuts it out wide, and he's up past there, and he's now taken down around the out-of-bounds line at around the 45. Mackay Lyman with the return, and the Mustangs will take over in really good field position. There is a lot going on with this game here tonight. There is a lot on the line for both these teams. Both had a first-round exit last year, and there's obviously a lot that these two teams just pride. They want to beat each other, simply put. It's a rivalry game. You want to beat the other team. Coming out, looks like Metling will be the starter for this first drive for the Mustangs. It'll be a toss right here to Lyman. Lyman, really good outside coverage. That's Michael Petronic with the tackle. That's a great tackle by Michael Petronic. What a play. Lyman trying to use his speed. Lyman is one of the more shiftier guys out there on the field. Think like Rondale Moore at Purdue, but he was not going anywhere. Great outside play and great open field tackle by Michael Petronic, taking him down for a loss of 2. So loss of 2 there as they tried the toss to Mackay Lyman. And if you're just joining us, sorry about that complication there, but meanwhile, Grant Sklazacek up the middle. He's got plenty for the first down on the QB sneak, and even more after breaking off that tackle near the 45 before he's taken down. And Grant Sklazacek to the 45-yard line on the QB sneak. He gets 7 yards on a quarterback sneak. How's that for a tush push? 7 yards on the quarterback sneak there for Grant Sklazacek. Really nice play there by Pine City on 4th and 1 after being squeezed again inside their own 10-yard line on the Mora punt. But they have momentum now in their favor. Grant Sklazacek in the gun takes the snap. He'll fake the give, go off the right sideline, but he is swung down swiftly. I don't know how many S's I can say in a row. We got a little bit of action at the back end of that play. Wow. Is it a rivalry game? Yes. On the stop there was, I believe it was Tucker Koch. So that'll make it a loss of 2 there for Sklazacek. With coming up on 3.5 minutes to go in this first quarter. Again, if you're just joining us, had some technical difficulties, but they are clear now. Mora went 3 and out. Pine City is deep inside their own 10, and they picked up the first down in the first play with Evan Dens. Meanwhile, now Sklazacek will toss it out to the left here to Tucker Johnson, trying to follow his blocks on the outside. Got to the 45, now to the 50. He's running over a man at the 45, to the 40, to the 35, 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5, and he's taken down. Tucker Johnson with a big run inside the Mora Mustangs 10-yard line to the 7. 55-yard gain for Tucker Johnson. I can't do math. That's 45. 45-yard gain for Tucker Johnson. And it's going to be first down and goal at the 7 for the Pine City Dragons inside that Rush City Auto red zone. They now have a location in North Branch called Standard Auto and Classics. 2 locations means 2 lots of quality used vehicles. Visit rushcityauto.com to see all the inventory. Pine City will line up, same formation as before. Sklzacic in the gun, trying to take it himself, but he's got nowhere to go. He's swung down, but I think winds up falling forward for maybe a yard. He does. Making the stop there for Mora was Lucas Jacobson. Good tackle in the open field. It did rain today, and it is a little bit chilly, so there is gonna be a little bit of slipping here. So try not to dance around too much in the backfield out of these running backs. And you got to appreciate that as the coaches. They're not doing too much in the backfield. They're just getting forward, lowering the shoulder, and getting what they can. So now they will line up. Sklzacic running back to his left, 2 receivers right. Man in motion right to left is Tucker Johnson. They'll give it to Tucker Johnson. Can he get in this time? Off the left side of the line. He gets to the end zone, but he fumbled. Oh, he got in the end zone, they say, before the fumble occurred. And Dens is slow to get back to the huddle after the play. So Tucker Johnson takes it in from 6 yards out. He did lose the ball, but he did get into the end zone before that happened on this touchdown play to make it 6-0 Pine City on the Embrace Orthodontic. Now, again, Dens was slow limping back to the huddle. Hopefully he's all right. At least I thought it was Dens. Could be wrong. I'm not seeing 16 out there right now. They could have switched him out too. So whoever that was, we're just hoping they're okay. A fumbled snap on the 2-point conversion attempt. And, well, the Pine City Dragons just caught a break. They're going to get called for a false start. Now, while bad, they get another chance here at the 2-point conversion. Otherwise, they wouldn't have gotten the 2. So they catch a little bit of a break. While it will back them up 5 yards, they're going to get a second chance at the 2-point conversion because that last one, no good. No bueno. So Dragons will come back and try to do it again, this time from about the 7-8 yard line. Sklzacic will go 5 wide. Man in motion right to left. Sklzacic will take the snap. He'll throw to the left side of the end zone. Man wide open. Touchdown. That's Kevin McKellar for 2. Kevin McKellar makes it 8-0 on the pass from Sklzacic. With 1:42 to go in this first quarter, the Dragons lead on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard, 8-0. Their board-certified orthodontists are committed to providing world-class orthodontic care in a friendly and comfortable atmosphere. Start today at EmbraceMN.com. So the Dragons go 90-plus yards on their first drive and score. And they take up a good chunk of time off that scoreboard. And that's what all you can ask for if you're Pine City. So Pine City will get set to boot it away again. It's Darian Hall. Here is a kick. It's going to be taken inside the 25 by Stratton Essen. He'll cut it out to the right now and fall. And that's where the Mustangs will take over on their next possession. So here come the Mustangs. Again, they like to spread the defense out wide using those toss plays and then come back and counter you inside. Worked a couple times, but they were held to a 3-and-out. Helping that was a false start. Now they'll look to come back this drive and get something going again. But again, Petronic on that last drive had a great open field tackle on their first play, dropping him for a loss of 2. Makai Lyman on his first carry. We'll line up with the receiver on the right side this time. Ooh, look a little funny. Looked like there was some motion early, but not called. And now we're going to get a flag, and this might be after the play on Mora. This might go on Jude Hoagland. We'll see. We had a whistle. Jude Hoagland shoved a defender to the ground. And let's see if that's what they're going to call. It looks like they're pointing at Pine City, though. Because Jude Hoagland shoved a player to the ground. I couldn't quite hear if it was at or after the whistle. If it was at the whistle, well, you're just playing through the whistle. It is going to be on Mora. I think it's on Jude Hoagland. I think that's what it's going to be. It's going to be unnecessary roughness on Jude Hoagland. So what had happened was he was at the behind the play. I mean, he was well downfield, about 5 yards, and hit a Pine City defender late. And that's just foolish. That's a foolish play if you're Mora. So that is going to set them up way back around the 24-yard line of their own side of the 50. Just an unfortunate, silly penalty if you're the Mustangs. You don't need, and I understand it's a rivalry game. You're going to play hard. You're going to play tough, and you're going to continue to fight. But that's a silly penalty. Now they'll toss it out wide right to Lyman. Lyman trying to find a cutback lane. Nothing doing there. And on the outside, is that Petronic again? No, that's Mitchell Norton making the stop on Lyman. Norton with the stop. And no gain, it appears. So no gain there for Lyman. Again, Lyman, probably their best, I don't want to say athlete, but their most shifty guy. He's definitely the fastest guy on the team. Just not been able to get much going here. They will spread it out wide now, the Mustangs. They'll have a receiver wide on each side of the formation. It'll only be two, one on each side. They'll line up. Now, wing T formation. They'll look to pass. They're going to try and go to Hoagland, and it is nearly intercepted. And that's going to be incomplete. Is that Skiff? No, that's number 7. That's Asa Schwarzbauer with the near interception. So nearly an interception that time for Will Sand, as Asa Schwarzbauer doing a good job playing safety back there. Did a good job on breaking on that one as that ball was thrown and nearly getting the interception. But with that incompletion, it's going to make it 3rd down and long with 30 seconds to go here. They'll line up same formation. Let's see if they try to go deep once again. They'll man in motion, and they'll give it up the middle to Lyman. Lyman has a lot of room to run, and he is finally taken down near the 45. But what a play by Mora. It'll be, I think, officially the 43. It'll be 4th down, but what a play. 19 yards for Mora on that carry by Lyman. They did it wide, and then they came back with the counter play. Like I said, they want to spread you out wide, come back with the counter, and that's what they did there with Mekhi Lyman. And he almost broke it loose. I mean, if he wasn't tackled there, he was gone. Great open field tackle. That is going to finish the first quarter of play. We will take a commercial break and switch sides of the fields, and when we return, we'll have the second quarter set and ready to come your way.
Kettle River Pizza is a proud supporter of sports teams and community organizations. Local groups and teams across the state have had amazing success with Kettle River Pizza fundraising. From sausage and pepperoni to chicken Alfredo or the hot Hawaiian, the cheesy deliciousness practically sells itself. Visit KettleRiverPizza.com to schedule your next fundraiser. It's so easy to get started. Got a pizza craving now? Pick up a Kettle River Pizza at your local grocery store or convenience store today.
Back here on WCMP, 106.5 FM, AM 1350, and of course, WCMPradio.com. The Mustangs have 4th and 3 after a big game by Mekhi Lyman. What they did was they went and looked like they were going to pass it again, but instead they came back with the counter play to Lyman, and he had all the green grass in front of him, but a really good open field tackle to stop him for 4th down and 3. Now, I would assume with the way they're coming out that Mora will go for it here on 4th and short, especially in the second quarter. We'll see. Will they play field position again? Last time didn't work for them. So it looks like they will go for it. They'll have a receiver left. Pine City's got to defend the edge, but they got to watch out for that counter play. They're going to try and get him to jump. Looks like Sand trying to get him to jump off sides. Could not, and the Mustangs are going to have to call a timeout. So they'll now have only 2 as they came out real quick, came up to the line of scrimmage, tried to get him to jump, but Pine City knew what was coming, and great job by Pine City not to jump. So Pine City. Now, does this mean a punt is coming? Not necessarily. I would have a hard time believing that you'd come out after the quarter break, try and get him to jump, then call a timeout, and then go for it, because I feel like you would have went for it on that play. But we'll see. We'll see what happens coming out of this play. You never know. 8-0 is our score. 12 minutes are back up on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. People out here as much as they can be. Again, it's a Tuesday night, so people got work in the morning, but still packing the stands on this chilly October even. Football weather. It is. It's football weather. Looks like they will maybe punt it away. Pine City's got to watch out for the fake. It will be Lyman to punt it away, and Sklazacic's going to let that one roll. It will stop at the 31, and that's where Pine City will take over. So it will switch sides of the fields for Mora, but Pine City will come out and have their second possession here of the afternoon. Dragons only had 1 possession in that first quarter, but, well, that's all they needed is they went 90-plus yards and scored on a Tucker Johnson run. Here comes Pine City in the gun, running back on each side of the quarterback. Sklazacik, low snap. He actually dropped it, and he'll be taken down in the backfield. Good tackle back there. Will Sand, along with number 60, Aaron Strandy, all back there for the stop. A loss of 2. So now second and plus, and you never want to be behind the sticks on first down or second down. That's where Pine City has struggled this year, whether it be because of penalties, because of nearly turnovers, or whatever it is, lost yards on the play. It doesn't matter. They have struggled on second and third and plus. A lot of teams do, but can they overcome on this play? 2 receivers will line up right, 1 left. Running back now in motion, Tucker Johnson left to right. They fake it to Johnson. Grant Sklazacik going to keep it himself quickly up the field, past the 30 to the 31. Back to the original line of scrimmage. He'll gain the 2 that he lost. Ball came out apparently, but they're saying he was down. So he picked up the 2 yards that he lost. It's 3rd and 10. Well, we'll spot it maybe a yard ahead. Yeah, 3rd and 9.5 maybe. Either way, it is 3rd down and long. So Pine City trying to avoid going 3 and out on their first possession of the second quarter. One thing about this Mora team that we haven't seen in a while is they're fast. They have a really fast team. And a lot of times they're the more physical team. Not this year. Nearly intercepted, but it's caught off the deflection. Oh my goodness. The deflection is caught by Kevin McKellar. And he's up to about the 40. So Kevin McKellar catches it off the deflection for 8 yards. It should have been intercepted by, I think it was Hoagland over there on this near side, who should have had the pick. It went through his hands, and McKellar with the heads-up play to make the catch off the deflection. And that's going to bring up 4th down and about a long 1 for Pine. Well, the down marker says 3rd, but it is 4th. Now 4th and short. Grant Sklazacik and company will line up to go for it. They'll line up. It'll be a toss play to Tucker Johnson. That worked last time. He cuts up the field, got the first down and then some. And he's close to the 50, to the 48. Gain of 8 for Tucker Johnson. It's a new set of downs, Pine City. Dragons will get ready for this 1st down and 10 play from their own 48-yard line. Closing in on 9.5 minutes to go here in the first half. Two receivers left. Man in motion, now left to right. Mitchell Norton, he'll take it off the right side, trying to cut it upfield. Cuts it out wide again, past the 50. He's going to pick up about half of what he needs. Will Sand makes the stop on this near side. Up to about the 46-yard line. So gain of 5 for Pine City and Mitchell Norton. That'll be second and medium. 9:20 to go. Again, a rainy day, so the field going to be a little bit wet, but so far both teams doing a good job of keeping their footing and also keeping hold of that ball. Pine City's lost it a couple times. Both times they've been in the end zone and down, so we'll see if that doesn't make a little bit of a difference going forward. Meanwhile, the snap will go now to Evan Dens from Sklezacek. Dens real close to a first down, and if he doesn't have it, and it looks like he will. So a gain of 5 and a new set of downs for the Pine City Dragons. Evan Dens, he came out of the last offense possession limping on the 2-point. He's okay after that quick run up the middle for 5. New set of downs as they are in Mora territory at the Mustangs 42. Two receivers right. Receiver split off the tight end left. Darian Hall got away with the false start. Now they're going to get a flag. Now this will be interesting. Are they going to call an illegal shift or are they going to call offsides? I think they're going to get Pine City for a illegal shift, which should have been a false start call. So either way, they kind of make up for the false start by Darian Hall. As he went to start his motion and then stopped and then started again. So illegal motion and will be the call, or illegal shift. And it'll back him up 5. So both teams now have 2 penalties. Yeah, Darian Hall, he got set, went to start his motion, stopped, and then started again. Could have gone for either motion or false start. Either way, the Mora cornerback was beside himself. He was like, oh my goodness, are you kidding? But he got the flag. 3 receivers now, right, 1 left. Man in motion, left to right. They'll give to Norton. Norton, and he cuts it upfield, back to about the 45-yard line. Gain of 2. Mitchell Norton with a gain of 2. On the stop for Mora was Lucas Jacobson again. He's made a couple of nice tackles here tonight. And, on this edge, the receiver did a really good job of not getting a block in the back. The defender had his back to him. He did a really good job to cut the block, get inside, and force the running back forward. But the receiver for Pine City did a really good job to keep his hands off, try and get just a little bit of his shoulder pad so as not to get the block in the back call. But after he knew he was beat, he just let him go, tried to get forward with the play and help out his running back. 2nd and plus yardage to go. 3 receivers left, 1 right. Sklezacek will take the snap. He's going to look to throw. Got a man, he underthrew him. That time the pass intended for Kevin McKellar. It's incomplete. Just didn't have enough on that one. Now, the ball could have been a little bit slippery, too. Again, the ground is a little bit wet, so could it have slipped? It definitely could have. But just could not get it there. It was 1-on-1, and if that turns into a back shoulder throw, that probably winds up being a PI call. But if he leads him, he's gone. Either way, it could have been ideal, but just underthrew him there. So now it'll be 3rd down and long for the Dragons. 2 receivers right, 1 left. Sklezacek. Oh, and they get a false start. Well, that is not how you want it to go if you're Pine City, and they're going to get Ashton Moore with the false start. So it'll be 3rd and near 20 now for Pine City. Not a lot of plays in the playbook for 3rd and 20. But we'll see what the Dragons have planned here. Now, I think for Pine City, what you could do is if you feel like feel good enough about it, if you get half or a little bit more than half of it, you could go for it on 4th. But I feel like if you get anywhere more than 4th and 5, you're probably going to punt it away, play field position. This time it'll be a reverse. They give it to Mitchell Norton. This is how they scored against Moore the last time. Mitchell Norton's got room to run up to the 29, and it's a 1st down for Pine City. Mitchell Norton with the carry. 21 yards on 3rd and long. 21 yards. This is the one play they scored on when they played Mora the last time. It was the handoff to Dens. Dens with the reverse to Norton coming back the other way, and they score last time on it. This time they didn't score, but they did get the first down on 3rd and long. 2 receivers right, 1 left. Tight end left as well. Man in motion left to right is Tucker Johnson. They'll fake the give to him. So Zachko will take himself up the middle. First man there was Lucas Jacobson, and then making the stop was Owen Perry. You'll remember his name come basketball season. Owen Perry will play a lot during their basketball season. Very good basketball player as well. But he comes in along with Jacobson to make the stop after maybe a half yard on that one by Sklezacek. Under 6.5 to go here in the second quarter. Dragons lead on the scoreboard 8-0. Dragons break the huddle and get to the line of scrimmage, which is the 29-yard line. Same formation as the last play. Dens to the right of Sklezacek. Man in motion left to right is Tucker Johnson. They'll give now to Dens. Dens looking for a block from Johnson, and he slips, I think, on that left side. May have gotten just tripped up, but it looked like he might have slipped there, as he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, maybe right at the 25. Now they'll spot at the 26. Gain of 3 there for Evan Dens, and it will be 3rd down and 7. Dens will come back to the sideline, and he'll go right next to his coach until he goes in again. You know, Dens has got a really quick burst, but unfortunately, I think he might have slipped there is what it looked like. He was doing a really good job, though, of waiting for Tucker Johnson. I think he got a little impatient, though, with Johnson. If he just keeps his patience a little bit more, Johnson's going to get that block. They're going to toss it wide here to Mitchell Norton. He nearly lost it. Norton trying to cut it up the field now, keeping hold of that ball inside the 20, near the 15, and that should be enough for a new set of downs. It will be. Mitchell Norton on the carry. Good sportsmanship there being shown by the Mora defender, number 13, Jeremiah Fuller, helping him up on that one. Good job, Fuller, helping him up. Good sportsmanship shown there by Mora. He gets up to around the 18-yard line? 17-yard line? Gain of 9 for Mitchell Norton. New set of downs inside the Rush City Auto Red Zone. Rush City Auto and Standard Auto and Classic North Branch are going to put you in a vehicle that you'll love at a price you can afford. Go find your next ride at rushcityauto.com. 2 receivers right, 1 left. Man in motion, right to left. They'll give it up to Dens. Dens cuts it back. Nice cutback move. Good cutback lane set up by the offensive lineman. And he'll get down to about the 11-yard line. Gain of 5 for Dens. And the stop there made Carter Eide along with Owen Perry on the stop, and it'll be 2nd and 5 from the 12-yard line. Now under 4 minutes to go here in the first half. This is exactly how Pine City wants to play. Possession, score, defense playing lights out. Tucker Johnson left to right. They'll get it up to Dens. Dens breaks off of 1, slips down inside the 10 to about the 9. Again, he had room to run after that gain of 3, but as he went to plant again, almost planted off kilter, so he slipped. Didn't quite widen his stance and square himself up to cut it upfield. If he did, he's probably in the end zone right now after breaking through an arm tackle. But very good open field stop there by the Mustangs. It'll be 3rd and 2, and now the Mustang defense needs to buckle up and try and make a stop here on 3rd and short. Pine City trying to punch it in with very little time left here in the second. A little bit of confusion as to what the formation is supposed to be, and we're going to get a timeout, Pine City. Yeah, there was just too much confusion there for Pine City. No one knew where they were really supposed to be, so a timeout called here by the Dragons, Coach Fort and Coach Berger. They'll just go out, say, let's settle down, let's remember what we called, and then let's just breathe. It's 3rd down, we got 2 downs to play with, don't worry about it. So a little bit of confusion there, but if you're the Mustangs, you kind of try and use that as a little bit of momentum. You haven't had much. In fact, possession-wise, you've had the ball for about 2.5 minutes in this entire first half. So if you're more, try and use that confusion that that Pine City just had as somewhat of momentum. I know it's weird. I know it's strange to try and talk about as grabbing momentum from them being confused, but I think they got to try and use that as momentum because there has not been much to have for them, momentum-wise. So the Dragons will come back out of the timeout. Ball spotted at the 9 here on this 3rd and short. Coach Willing coming off the field after talking with his team. And 3rd and short. 3 receivers left. 1 right. Sklzacek under center with the tight end right as well. Sklzacek man in motion, right to left. Sklzacek, QB sneak. He did initially. Let's see where they spot him after that tackle. On the stop was the Mustangs' Tucker Cook. And where they've got it should be in. No, he's going to be short by about half a yard. So short by half a yard. Another good QB sneak, but he comes up just short. And a really good tackle there by Tucker Cook. I mean, that was a great stop. Lowering the shoulder, driving him back, and stopping him from getting the first down for the Mustangs. 4th down and 1. Under 2.5 to go. Pine City lines up in the I formation. 2 receivers right, tight end left. Sklzacek under center. Sklzacek, hard count. Toss here to Denz. Denz got some room, cuts it up the field. He's got the first down and then some, and he's close to the goal line. But they're going to say he's down at the 1. Gain of 7 there for Evan Denz. It'll be first down and goal from the 1, and the Dragons will obviously just take as much time as they can off the clock before getting into the end zone here and leave Mora with virtually nothing as they try to get up on the board and extend their lead. Trying to get you an update from those other games going on in our local listening area. Bram looks to be leading Chisholm now 24-12. Up the middle. Touchdown! Excuse me. On the carry, Tucker Johnson from 1 yard out. That's his 2nd of the evening. And the Dragons now lead 14-0 on that Embrace Orthodontic scoreboard with 1:35 to go. So Bram leading over Chisholm 30-12 now. Looks like they've gotten things figured out over in Ogilvie. The Lions, that one's already in the 4th. They lead the Pirates 16-6. Now going for 2. Dragons, I formation. They'll send a man in motion left to right. They'll fake the give to the fullback, and then Denz will take it, but he's left short. So 2-point conversion, no good, but they do go the distance. And they now lead 14-0 with 1:35 to go here in the first half. Over in Rush City, the Tigers leading over Kenyon Wanamingo 12-6, excuse me, over there. And then we'll take a look over in Foley where the Falcons host the Malacca Wolves. Falcons lead right now in the second quarter 20-8. That's just a few of our playoff games. We'll get you some more as we go forward. But here on the Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard, Dragons with a 14-0 lead. Embrace Orthodontics will leave you with a smile you'll embrace forever. Darian Hall will get set to boot it away for Pine City. Back deep to return. Is that number 3 or 13? It's number 13. So that will be Jeremiah Fuller to return for the Mustangs. Hall readies. Here's the boot. This will be more of a line drive kick. It'll be taken in at the 25, picked up by Lyman. Now Lyman's electric. Lyman breaks off one. He gets forward near the 45. The Mustangs will start at their own 44-yard line. You know, the Mustangs have had a really good starting field position tonight, but just have not been able to capitalize on it. We'll see if they can't do that here. They're actually going to spot it at the 43. So he was a yard short of where we assumed he was. So 43-yard lines where the Mustangs will start. 1:30 to go. Each team has 2 timeouts. Now, if you're Pine City, you get a quick stop here. You get the ball back. You got a chance to up the ante a little bit. We'll see if they can do that. And we'll obviously see, I would guess the Mustangs will probably pass this ball. They'll line up in the pistol. They will look to screen it out to the right side. Stratton Nelson, incomplete. Incomplete out there. And that'll bring up 2nd down and 10. They were trying to go with the quick kind of receiver screen out there on the far side of the field. Nothing doing. Far side of the field being the right side of the field if you're looking at it from where I'm at. Mustangs will go right to left on your radio dial. They'll go to the north end zone. 3 receivers right, 1 left. Pistol formation for Sand, running back behind him. He takes the snap. Oh, he fumbled it, and now he's in trouble, and he somehow gets by. And this throw downfield, caught by the Mustangs! Stratton Nelson up past the 30. Oh, and I think Will Sand is hurt. He's up, though. Stratton Nelson, what a catch down there inside the 30. 29 yards for Stratton Nelson. So there's a big chunk play that the Mustangs needed. 29 yards, and they're inside the Dragons' 30. Will Sand got up a little bit slow there. He's up and back in the huddle, though, so that's good news for the Mustangs. Tough kid, very tough kid. 3 receivers will line up left, 1 right. Pistol formation running back behind Sand. Sand will take the snap. He'll fake the give. Now he's going to try and run with it. He slips, trying to get by 1, and now he's stamped. Oh, my heavens. Oh, my goodness. That is Evan Denz. Not surprised. Holy moly. Evan Denz absolutely planted Sand. Whoa. What a hit. Well, we know Denz loves contact, but my goodness. Sand picks up a couple, but he's going to remember next time to watch out for number 16. Holy moly. Timeout called here by the Mustangs with just over a minute left here in the half. Tell you what, we'll be back after 30 seconds here on WCMP.
Stop relying on unstable energy prices and switch to self-sufficiency with the Classic Edge HDX outdoor wood furnace from Central Boiler. Heat your home, outbuildings, and provide endless hot water, all while utilizing your backyard source for renewable energy. The Classic Edge uses up to 60% less wood, which means less waste and less work. Be more comfortable for less money with the Classic Edge HDX.
Northland Boiler Sales. Visit northlandboilersales.com.
Back here on WCMP 106.5 FM AM 1350. Getting set for the finish of this one. Take a look at other scores here. We will in a minute. 1:07 to go. Mustangs have 2nd and 8 after Evan Denz absolutely drilled Will Sand as he was on the quarterback keeper. 2 receivers each side of the formation. Will Sand will look. He'll look to throw. He's got Nelson deep, and he's got a safety over top. Throws it, and it leads him out of bounds in the end zone, but out of bounds. He was looking for Jude Hoglum. That's incomplete, and now it'll bring up 3rd down with 1:01 to go in this second quarter. A look at Section 5 9-man football here. We'll look at the playoffs and try and get you an update there from all around. Meanwhile, 3rd down and 8, man in motion left to right, and they will throw it, and they have got the receiver down to about the 12. That's Grant Ballmer on the catch to the 12, gain of 14. And they've got it now, 50 seconds to go. 2 receivers each side of the formation, pistol behind Sand, he'll look for a quick throw. He'll go to the end zone. It is intercepted! That's Michael Petronic with the pick. Well, Petronic seen that way too many times this drive and just said, all right, if you're going to throw it my way, I'm going to take it away this time. And he's got the end zone as his friend on that one, because he's got the back of the end zone, and then he's got the right side of the end zone as his friend. So now 41 seconds to go. Pine City has 2 timeouts. Haven't been able to get the pass game going. We'll see if they can't break off a few big plays here, and then we'll see what they can do for the rest of this first half. Got a man on late here for the Dragons, but he's on no less. Now we got it, and they're going to have to use one of the timeouts. Well, that's less than ideal. So that more than likely will mean they'll probably just run out this clock. 1 timeout to go. Where are they at the 20 to go? 80 yards. Probably not going to happen unless they get a really big chunk play here on the first play, which we've seen, but they'll need to get it to, at the very least, midfield if they're going to try and go for a score before half. Otherwise, probably just see them run out the rest of this clock. So timeout called here by Pine City. We'll take another 30-second. Well, we'll keep it here. We'll keep it here so as we don't miss anything. Again, Pine City and Mora both packing their sides of the stands here tonight for this playoff game. A lot on the line for both these teams. Both teams had an ugly first-round exit last year. This year, both teams looking for a little bit different outcome. Pine City, a much better team than last year's team. Much more physical. They're 2-6. Easily could be 6-2. Mora had a couple games they were in that they could have won. But Pine City with pride on the line as they beat the Mustangs not too long ago, just 2 weeks ago, 20-0. So here they go. 2 receivers on the far side of the field. Man in motion now. And they'll give to Norton. Norton trying to get it outside and cut up the field. Really good open field tackle right at the ankles that time by Owen Perry. What a great tackle there by Perry in the open field. Gain of about 3 that time for Mitchell Norton. Trying to get him on the outside, but just nothing doing. They'll try and do the jet sweep again to Norton. Norton trying to get it outside, and he is tackled. Did he get out of bounds? Yes. That time by 34, Abraham Roos with the stop. And he picks up a couple more, 2 more. And it'll be 3rd and 5. 14 seconds to go. I would guess we might see a pass play. If they get the first down, timeout, and then, just go for it and get as much as you can, but we'll see. Man on late for Mora and man off just as late. So line up, 2 receivers at the top side of the formation, tight end at the bottom. I formation behind Sklozacek. He'll take the snap. He'll give it up the middle to Tucker Johnson right to the 30. And based on the spot, it'll be a new set of downs. And that should do it for our first half. And it appears it will. So that will be the first half of play. The Dragons will go into halftime leading 14-0 over the Mora Mustangs on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard, where your customized smile journey starts with a free consultation. The team there wants to make your journey as seamless and convenient as possible. Stay tuned here as we go to our halftime break. The halftime show sponsored by Hones Auto Body and Glass in Mora. They have state-of-the-art facilities and 44-plus years of experience getting your vehicle back on the road. After word from our fine sponsors, we'll be back with that Hones Auto Body and Glass halftime show here on WCMP.
Are you ready to get back to doing what you love? Whether it's recovering from an injury or preventing one, Wellia Health Sports Medicine Team is here to help. From kids to adults, we specialize in treating sports injuries, including concussions. We're here to get you back to peak performance. Call us today at 320-679-1313 or schedule an appointment through MyChart. Visit welliahealth.org.
Hi, Hi, I'm Samantha.
I'm Ebony. I'm Megan.
And I'm Alicia.
Together, we're dapper and divine. Whether you're looking for bold color,
fresh cuts, or laid-back vibes,
we're all about hair that feels like you.
At Dapper and Divine, we want you to leave our salon feeling confident,
fun, and effortlessly gorgeous.
There's always room for you at Dapper and Divine. How would you like to get a brow wax for free? Mention this ad with any coloring, free brow wax all month. Dapper and Divine, on the corner of Main Street, Pine City, across from the Bottle Shop.
Mom's Parkside Cafe in Pine City proudly serves breakfast skillets, scratch-made buttermilk pancakes, famous big cookies, and bread pudding with homemade caramel sauce. Enjoy home-style hot sandwiches made with real mashed potatoes and gravy. Voted Pine County's best breakfast, best lunch, and best soup and salad. This quaint cafe is owner-operated with a small-town feel. Stir in family and a sprinkle of hard work to complete the recipe for this award-winning cafe.
Order up! Mom's Parkside Cafe. Open Monday through Friday, 8 till 2, and weekends, 7 till 2.
Arrow Building Center in Siren is your leading name throughout the Midwest with trusted brands for your building supplies and services. Arrow Building Center has been providing contractors, homeowners, and do-it-yourselfers with quality products and expert service for all projects, big and small, for many decades. No matter the size of your next project, Arrow Building Center is at your service. And don't forget, free, yes, free delivery, always. Stop on by Arrow Building Center in Siren, conveniently located off Highway 70, or visit them online at abc-clc.com.
Hi, Rob.
Hey, why have you been so happy lately?
It's because I no longer pay for hot water.
What? You have 4 teenagers that take all-day showers. How do you not pay for hot water?
Well, I put in a central boiler outdoor furnace that heats my house, my garage, and now I have virtually endless free hot water.
Wow, that's great. With my 10 kids, I'll really save some money. Where do I get a furnace?
Check with your local central boiler dealer, of course.
Northland Boiler Sales, your local central boiler sales dealer. Visit northlandboilersales.com.
Are you tired of long commutes to the Twin Cities to work in the HVAC field? Dale's Heating and Appliance in Pine City is now hiring full-time installation and service technicians to join their growing team. Dale's Heating and Appliance is an established Lennox Premier dealer looking to expand their business. Benefits include competitive wages, health insurance, paid vacation, paid holidays, 401k, and more. Submit your resume to daleshvac@yahoo.com or visit Dale's Heating and Appliance in downtown Pine City today.
Need a prescription or medication advice? Wellia Health's community pharmacies in Mora and Pine City are open Monday through Friday from 8:30 a.m. to 6 p.m. and on Saturdays from 8 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. Our friendly pharmacists are here to answer your questions and to help with prescription transfers. Call us at Pine City 320-322-5141 or Mora 320-679-3999 or visit welliahealth.org.
A jewelry store.
Nada.
Then it's a thrift store?
Nada.
A pawn shop.
Nada. Another Men's Treasure is not a lot of things. What it is a place to find gently used power tools, hand tools, tires, fishing and hunting gear, motocross gear, and a ton of other cool stuff. Stop by and sell your gently used items, or buy something at a fraction of the price of buying it new. Another Men's Treasure in Becker, Princeton, East Bethel, Rice Lake, Wisconsin, or North Branch. Or visit Another Man's Treasure on Facebook and see what came in today.
How do you want to be celebrated? A church service? A celebration of life in a chapel? Maybe even cremation with an outdoor gathering. Many of these can be taken care of ahead of time and can be affordable. Metvin Funeral and Cremation Services has the resources and expertise to help you plan ahead. Learn how you can make the decision now that will make things easier for your family in the future. Metvin Funeral Home in Mora, Isle, and Sandstone, or find them online at metvinfuneralhome.com.
Here's the pitch.
Here's the pitch in North Branch, the area's premier indoor batting cages and training facility. Coaches, when you need space that's air conditioned or heating with enough room to get in some team training, book Here's the Pitch. Fixing swings, catchers using the state-of-the-art machines, breaking in bats, whatever the team needs to dominate next season. Let Here's the Pitch elevate their game. Here's the Pitch in the North Branch Outlet Mall.
Guy Fieri's Flavor Town is now available at your Freeway Holiday Station store in Pine City. You know, Guy Fieri of Food Network fame is rolling out some of his favorites like the mac and cheese burger, sweet heat chicken and waffle, jalapeno potato nuggets, and candy chaos cookies. And you can only get these at your local Freeway Holiday Station store. Flavor Town is rolling out now. Guy Fieri's new Flavor Town at the Freeway Holiday Station store in Pine City. 'Cause you gotta stop somewhere.
Rush City Auto and Standard Auto and Classics in North Branch invite you to check out their 2 full lots of quality used vehicles. They've got a car or truck for any size budget. Get your next vehicle from a local dealer with a great reputation. Rush City Auto and Standard Auto and Classics in North Branch are going to put you into a vehicle that you will love at a price you can afford. For more information, visit rushcityauto.com to view up-to-date inventory. Rush City Auto and Standard Auto and Classics. Quality used vehicles, rushcityauto.com.
Welcome into the Hones Auto Body and Glass halftime show here on WCMP 106.5 FM, AM 1350. Hones Auto Body and Glass in Mora is ICAR and ASE certified. Hones Auto Body and Glass in Mora is recommended by insurance companies. Had an accident? Let Hones Auto Body and Glass fix you up. Here at halftime, the Dragons lead over the Mora Mustangs 14-0 on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. It was a 3-and-out on the first possession for the Mora Mustangs. They then punted the ball, a really good punt by them, put Pine City deep in their own territory, inside their own 10 actually. Well, Pine City only went 90-plus yards and then scored on a 6-yard rushing touchdown from Tucker Johnson. He set it up, by the way, with a 45-yard rush, and then he punched it in from 6. On the next Mora possession, they would again go 3-and-out, and unfortunately, in large part due to an unsportsmanlike penalty by Jude Hoagland. That would then lead to Pine City getting the ball back. This time they would go 60-plus yards in the second quarter, and they would score again on a 1-yard plunge from Tucker Johnson. They would not convert the 2-point. That put them up 14-0. On the next Mora drive, they would be, they really actually got something going. The pass game came to life, and all of a sudden they got downfield. Well, it was one too many similar pass plays, as on the very next pass play, they had about, 2-3 of them in a row, but on the next one, they tried to fade to the right side of the end zone, but Michael Petronic used the back of the end zone as his friend, as an extra defender, and just really lined up in front of the receiver and said, okay, seen this one too many times, I'm taking this now for my team, and he did just that with the interception. Pine City could not get anything going with chunk play-wise to really get them to okay using a timeout and trying to get into the end zone again. So what happened was they just run a couple plays and let the half come to an end. That's how they lead 14-0. No turnovers by Pine City. The interception, the lone turnover here by the Mustangs. We had 4 penalties, 2 on each side, a false start, unsportsmanlike for Mora, a false start, and an illegal motion, one and the same almost for Pine City. 3 drives for Pine City, 3 for the Mustangs, and Pine City gets the ball to start half number 2. So not bad if you're the Pine City Dragons. Again, 2 drives that went a total of over 150 yards. That is exactly what you're looking for if you're the Pine City Dragons. 2 drives that took, if we take a look at time possession in the first half, 12 minutes per quarter, 24 minutes. Pine City probably had 20, if not close to 20 minutes of possession in that first half. No joke, Mora probably only had 4 to 4.5 minutes of possession time in that first half. Pine City, and it's not that the Mora Mustang offense couldn't get going. It's just that the Pine City offense held onto the ball for so long on each drive that they had that went into the end zone that Mora had to go quick there to end the half. And while they did get the pass game going, Pine City eventually picked it off. So a good defensive stand for Pine City. Looking at these two teams, offensively for Mora, 77 yards of offense, 6 carries for really 34 yards rushing. They also had 2 of 6 passing from Will Sand for 43 yards to equal 77 total yards. For Pine City, 1 of 2 passing for 8 yards, and then 28 carries for 169 yards rushing and 2 rushing touchdowns for a total of 177 yards of offense there in that first half for the Dragons. Leading the way for Pine City was Tucker Johnson, 5 carries, 65 yards. Carries-wise, it was Sklazacek with 9, but he only had 13 yards. Then it was Mitchell Norton with 7 carries for 49 and Den 7 for 42. That is how it looks in the first half here at George Saunders Field for this Section 5 3A playoff matchup. The Dragons leading their rivals, the Mustangs, looking to beat them twice in the same season. Something the Mora Mustangs did not too long ago, almost in back-to-back years. And now Pine City trying to do it here this year and take a lot of pride going in. And you know what the cool thing is about these two teams? You're going to have a lot of players returning for both these teams next year. So it's going to be this rivalry game's only going to get better. But we are in the Hones Auto Body and Glass halftime show. Tell you what, we're going to go back and hear a word from more of our fine sponsors when we return. We'll talk about what each team needs to do to win this game, and then we'll take a look at some of our games elsewhere in our local area in playoffs here on the Hones Auto Body and Glass halftime show.
Kettle River Pizza is a proud supporter of sports teams and community organizations. Local groups and teams across the state have had amazing success with Kettle River Pizza fundraising. From sausage and pepperoni to chicken Alfredo or the hot Hawaiian, the cheesy deliciousness practically sells itself. Visit Kettle River Pizza fundraising on Facebook to schedule your next fundraiser. It's so easy to get started. Got a pizza craving now? Pick up a Kettle River Pizza at your local grocery store or convenience store today. That's great tasting pizza.
Your journey to smile with your forever starts at Embrace Orthodontics. The team at Embrace is committed to providing world-class care and a remarkable orthodontic experience. Choose between custom Light Force braces or Invisalign clear aligners with locations in Pine City, Lindstrom, and Cambridge, and a plan to fit your budget, whether you have insurance or not. Embrace Orthodontics will make your smile journey comfortable, convenient, and customized just for you. Visit EmbraceMN.com today to find out how to set up your free exam. EmbraceMN.com. Embrace Orthodontics, a smile you will embrace forever.
Are you tired of spending your weekends on yard work? Central Outdoor Services in Pine City is your complete solution for all things outdoors. From perfectly manicured lawns to stunning landscaping and patio installations, we've got you covered. Need a boulder wall, some light dirt work, a fire pit, or even reliable snow removal in the winter? We do that too. Central Outdoor Services is here to give you back your free time so you can enjoy your yard instead of working on it. Visit centraloutdoormn.com to learn more or give us a call today.
Finding that missing shin guard, remembering whether it's a home or away game, getting the right kid to the right playing field on the right day. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. We work with independent agents who keep insurance simple so you can worry about more important things, like not being that fan.
Oh, come on, ref!
That's simple human sense.
Your local auto owner's agent is Pine Insurance Agency. Visit them at pineagency.us today. pineagency.us.
Back here on WCMP in the Hones Auto Body and Glass halftime show. Hones Auto Body and Glass and more. If you got any sort of damage, take it to Hones Auto Body and Glass. They're, in fact, recommended by insurance companies. They'll get you fixed up. What do I think these two teams need to do each side to win this game here this evening? Well, I think for Pine City, don't change anything. Continue what you're doing offensively and do not change a single thing on offense. Defensively, I think you need to watch for the pass here. Tell your defenders, especially your DBs, hey, you need to be aware of the passing here in the second half. We need to lock it up defensively and make sure we're aware of those pass plays, because if we shift over to Mora and what they need to do to win the game tonight, I think what they need to do is now lean more on the pass game. We saw it actually pick up there in the second half. And, in fact, that's where most of their yards came. They were 2 of 6, granted, but they had 43 yards passing in that last drive alone. The rest of the first half, they had 33 yards of rushing. That was it. So those last couple of plays in the first half for Mora had 43, while the rest of the first half had 33. I think they need to lean on the pass. Defensively, you're just going to have to tell your defenders, hey, we got to step up, bow up, and make some stops here. Otherwise, we're just simply put just going to be falling behind in this one. Pine City is the more physical team. Well, I think that's backwards. Pine City is the more physical team, while I think Mora is the faster team here this year. So we'll see how these two teams go at it as we ready for the second half. Kettle River Pizza kickoff. Taking a look at some 1A games. East Central lost to Barnum 51-14. Bram leads over Chisholm 38-12. Hinckley Finlayson trailing Mountain Iron Buell only by 13, 26-13. Over in Rush City, it does appear that I believe Rush City does lead over Kenyon Wanamago 32-6 over there. So nice start for them. Meanwhile, Foley up over Malacca 27-0. And then in Section 4A, North Branch is leading over Rockridge 41-14. Not pretty over there in North Branch, as North Branch trying to make their way to the next playoff. And then as we take a look here, trying to take a look at what Princeton has going. We'll take a look here and see if we can't get that set up for Princeton. Well, it's not going to allow us, I guess. We tried. As now... So it looks like, well, if I glance at it right, Princeton was leading Little Falls 21-0. So that should do it, I think, for all of our local teams. Go quick through the catalog. Yes, it does. So a lot of our local teams leading, a lot of them only trailing by a little bit. So we've got a lot of local teams that could move on. We'll see. We'll see. Don't forget, tune in tomorrow night. We'll have more playoff volleyball action coming your way. We'll be all over the place here as the playoffs go forward. Of course, teams who win here tonight will play on Saturday. So stay tuned for those games. Again, we'll try and be out as much as we can on Saturday. As we get ready for the third quarter, Kettle River Pizza kickoff coming your way. It'll be taken by the Dragons as the Mustangs will have to boot it away. Game Day Gilman here along with you for this playoff game. As we get ready for another Kettle River Pizza kickoff. Not only is Kettle River Pizza delicious and made locally, it's proven to be an excellent source of income for charitable groups, nonprofits, and sports clubs. They have classics like pepperoni, cheese, or pepperoni and sausage, to the exciting hot Hawaiian, taco, or breakfast pizza. There's a slice for every taste. Grab some on your way home from the game. Look for Kettle River Pizza at your local retailer. Mustangs will get set to boot it away to start half number 2. Dragons lead 14-0 on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. And here's the boot. It'll be taken in by Denz, and then he dropped it inside the 20, and he's down at about the 16. So Denz, unfortunately, on the run, trying to make the grab on the kick return, lost it. He muffed it, and he went to fall on it and fell on it. Are they going to spot him? Looks like at the 16, yes. So not great starting field position for the Dragons. Denz will come to the sideline. So the Dragons line up, 2 receivers left, 1 right. Zacek, man in motion, left to right. Zacek, low snap, gives it up to Tucker Johnson. Gets into a whole host of Mustang players, and then he is stopped. Owen Perry was there in that pile of bodies. Gain of 1 for the rush leader in the first half, Tucker Johnson for the Dragons. 2 on, 2 off for the Dragons. Get a running back and a receiver, and Sklzacek will bring in the play from the sideline. Again, Dragons on their 2 possessions that scored took off a lot of time. Look to do so here. I formation, 2 receivers left, tight end right. Sklzacek, man in motion, left to right is Norton. He'll take the snap. He'll give to Evan Denz off the right side of the line, and he is cut down quickly. And Denz will pick up a few near the 20. And it'll be 3rd and medium. So here come the Dragons on a 3rd and medium. Again, their bugaboo this season has been 3rd and medium and long. Tonight haven't done terrible. But if you're the Mustangs, man, a stop here goes a long way getting back into this one. The lineup, 2 receivers left, 1 right. Zacic in the gun, running back to his left. He'll give to Denz, who put it on the floor. No, actually, it's to Tucker Johnson. He let go, and I thought he had it. And now it's Johnson up to the 45, 50, up to the 45. Oh, my goodness. Tucker Johnson, they had such a good fake, I thought Denz had fumbled it because he stopped and kind of put his hands to his side, and I thought he fumbled it. It's going to be a gain of 35 for Tucker Johnson. Really good fake there. He's over 100 yards now as Tucker Johnson. And no need to worry about a 4th down as they're up to the now Mora 45-yard line. Great run and great fake, even better fake. My goodness. Man in motion left to right is Norton. They'll give it to Norton on the jet sweep. Looking for a block from Denz. Denz has got a little bit of a block out there. Norton out to the sideline now, up inside the 40. And Norton with a good carry there inside the 40. Gain to about the 37. Gain of 8 for Mitchell Norton. Norton and Johnson were their leading rushers in the first half, and, well, they continue so here in the second. One thing we've kind of seen here tonight from Pine City is it doesn't seem like they're getting too riled up on any said player down. They're just keeping their heads about them. Man in motion left to right, Norton again. They'll take the snap. This time, give up the middle to Denz. Oh, my goodness, what a play there. Ball is on the ground, and it looks like the Mustangs may have it. Tucker Cook with the stop, and it looks like he knocked it out. Pine City in the first half had 2 fumbles, but one was called end zone, one was called down. We'll see. Conversation going to happen now. And they're going to say it's Mora ball. Cook with the forced fumble that time. And, well, if you're Pine City, that completely destroys momentum. Tucker Cook with a great play there to knock that ball loose from Denz. Again, it happened a couple times in the first half, but Pine City caught breaks. They were down in the end zone. That time, though, they knock it out, and now all of a sudden Mora has got a chance. Lyman in motion. They're going to give it to Lyman on that counter play, up the middle, past the 45 to the 46. Quick gain of about 4 for Lyman. 41-yard lines where the ball will sit. Gain of 4 for Lyman. So now the Dragon defense needs to come up with a big stop here, or a couple. Man in motion left to right is Lyman. They're going to fake the give counter here to Stratton Nelson. There's a couple of flags down as Nelson got past the 50. This could be coming back. Looks like this will be coming back. It'll be holding. Illegal motion on Mora. So illegal motion on the Mustangs. It'll back them up 5. At least it should. Yeah, there we go. So it'll be 2nd and 11. They had 2 of those that came back to really haunt them in the first half. One was a false start that set them back 5. They had to punt, or they went 3 and out. And then the unsportsmanlike conduct penalty that set them back 10. That wound up being another 3 and out. So let's see for them, obviously hoping that this does not wind up hurting them and costing them and forcing them to go 3 and out and or punt. Same formation, wingbacks on each side. Sand. gives it up here to Lyman. He bounces it outside. Really good coverage outside, and he'll be taken down there by Michael Petronic again. Petronic has just been everywhere defensively, making another stop on the edge. He has just made some terrific plays outside. No gain there for Lyman. Maybe 3rd and 11. Now, what the Dragons need to watch out for is that motion, and they come back with the counter whichever way. The Mustangs have been gashing the Dragons on that counter play. Really good fakes and really good motion up front, but Pine City has to stay home. They need their linebackers specifically to stay home on those counter plays because they're cutting them on those. There'll be a roll out right. They've got a man. He's got it to the 40, to the 45. He's got the first down out of bounds. And that time it's Jeremy Lance with the catch and run to the 48-yard line, pickup of 12. So Lance, pickup of 12. And a new set of downs for the Mustangs. Well, they come back with that counter motion, but instead they roll it out left. But now we've got, I think we might have had a flag. We did. And it'll be holding. It's going to be holding. So because of that, erase the 12-yard catch and run by Lance and make it 3rd and extra long. Well, now if you're the Dragons, you obviously counters to one thing, but you watch out for that rollout pass again. See the Dragons playing a little bit off here, about 6-7 yards off. I think at the snap you back off even more. They'll line up now pistol, will the Mustangs. Man in motion, and they're just going to give it up the middle here. And, oh, my goodness, Lance runs over one man and then is down. Short of the 35 at the 34. Gain of 8 there for Lance. So Lance gains 8 on the 3rd and long. And it's going to be 4th and about 13 here for Mora. And we'll see what they decide to do. And it looks, well, they will line up to punt. Lyman is the punter. Now, again, Lyman, a very shifty, very fast player. Oh, and it's going to be over his head. And he's going to have some room. And then he is stopped by Hogberg and dragged down well back there. Wow. Well, that's about as bad as it could have went for Mora. The bad snap leads to Lyman having to go chase it. He didn't pick it up until about the 10. Picked up maybe a couple, if anything. And the ball maybe spotted at the 11 now for Pine City. Wow. Well, so the Pine City Dragons first down and 10 at about the 11-yard line. Slzacek give up the middle to Tucker Johnson. Why not? He's been a bell cow just because of the big chunk plays that he's gotten here tonight. This carry not going to do much for the Dragons, as great job by the Mustangs shifting right into the running lane. Maybe picked up 1 to Johnson. So it'll be 2nd down and 9 now for the Dragons. Now, technically, they can get a first down without a touchdown, but he'd already be inside the 1. Well inside the 1. Maybe at about the half-yard line, if anything. Slzacek will give here, and we've got a flag, and we got a false start. They were going to do a reverse to Johnson, but we got a false start. Well, it started with Ezra Barth, and they wanted to get it going, but another penalty here for Pine City. It'll be a false start. So Barth was going to start the reverse play and then give to Tucker Johnson, but was a false start call that leads to the Dragons now in second and long. Man in motion left to right is Johnson. Grant Sklazachik will look to roll. He's going to get it to Johnson, but it is incomplete at the 15. So that makes it third and long now for the Dragons, and this will be an interesting spot to see what they do. It's third down and long now. They're still inside the 20 at the 15, but, I mean, this will be interesting because they don't have a kicker that can really kick the field goal, so obviously they'll go for it. So you got to get at least, half of it here and then have a better chance on fourth. 5:24 to go here in the third. Sklazachik, man in motion. Right to left is Tucker Johnson. They're going to toss it to Johnson. Johnson, not a lot doing there as the Mustangs are there, and he, in fact, maybe goes backwards and lost a yard. So, loss of maybe one there for Johnson. It'll be fourth and long now. Well, that is not what you wanted if you're Pine City, especially after the muff punt snap that sent them way back. Fourth down and long. Three receivers left, one right. Takes the snap to Sklazachik. He'll look to just throw it over the middle to Mitchell Norton, and he dropped it. Mitchell Norton dropped it, and well, that's gonna end the drive. Well, a very interesting. They tried to go with the middle screen there, and Norton dropped it. Now he wouldn't have got the first down, but maybe he could have broke off a tackle or two, used his speed to get outside. But that time, nothing doing, as it'll be new set of downs now for Mora. And they will look, and they will go with that counter play up the middle. They go. Jeremy Lance, not much doing on that one. McKellar with the stop after a gain of 2 for Lance. Meanwhile, Ogilvie gets the victory over there on KBEK. And now over on KBK, the Malacca Foley game you can catch. Over on 95.5 FM. And in motion, and they will fake to give up the middle. It'll be a run play here for Will Sand. He's got a lot of room to run to the 30, past the 35, 40. And he's to the 50, 45, 40, 35, and he is finally knocked out. No, by Mitchell Norton, yes. To the 23. Gain of about 53 for Will Sand. But now we got 2 players down. One for Mora, one for Pine City. It's Sand and McKellar. McKellar getting up slow now, and he looks to be okay, but Will Sand is still down. Ah, man. We'll take commercial break to see if he is all right.
Traditions are passed down, and we learn what is important. The value of $1, the importance of family, the ability to do a job yourself. Central Boiler designed the Classic Edge with these same values in mind. The Classic Edge Outdoor Wood Furnace from Central Boiler. A perfect combination of value and performance.
Visit northlandboilersales.com.
Back here on WCMP, Will Sand is able to get up under his own power, but he is heavily favoring that right foot. Refusing any help to the sideline. Tough young man, but he is in some pain. Meanwhile, it was a 53-yard run for Will Sand. That sets them up inside Dragons territory at the 28-yard line with 3:33 to go. And just like that, one play, and Mora has life late in this third quarter. So they will put Metling under center now. Receiver on each side of the formation. Man in motion is Lyman. They'll counter it with Stratton Nelson. He's got room to run, and he is going to use that speed to get to the end zone. Touchdown, Stratton Nelson. 28-yard rushing touchdown, and all of a sudden we have a new game. And just like that, the Mustangs strike to get on the board. 3:25 to go on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. Like I said, the Mustangs have the speed this year. They've kind of reversed roles. Pine City's usually been the team with the more speed. Mora's been the more physical team. This year, it's Pine City more physical. Mora has the more speed. As the Mustangs will line up to go for two. Two receivers wide on each side of the formation. They'll send Lyman in motion, and they'll give it right up the middle. He is stopped short. No good on the two-point conversion. So, it will still be an 8-point game, but the Dragons offense now has a little bit of pressure on them to try and score here on this possession. Looks like the Bombers did just win. Looks like they may have won 44-26. Looks to be the final there. So Bram will be moving on and playing on Saturday, and they'll get to host that game. Look for a little bit better outcome than they had tonight against the Blue Streaks. Not how they wanted to play tonight against the Blue Streaks, but they still won, and that's what matters at the end of the day. Ogilvie took care of business against Verndale, and we'll check the final there on that one. Looks like may have been 24-12. As Pine City will get set to receive this Kettle River Pizza kickoff. Yeah, 24-12. Ogilvie beat Verndale. Now, you know what? I wouldn't be surprised if Mora, with their defense having a little bit of momentum now, Pine City better watch out for the onside. I'm just saying they might pull something like that. But they will. And we've got a flag down. Well, a whistle anyways. Yeah, a flag, and they're going to get offsides on Mora. So Mora will be offsides on the onside attempt. I thought so. I thought with the way that it had gone, they were going to try the onside kick and try and get the ball back and go down and try and tie this one up. But the offsides on the onside attempt will force them to try again. Jeremy Lance will look to do it again. So has to go at 10 yards. Now kicking it from the 35. I still wouldn't be surprised if they try it. They'll kick it away, though. Lance will kick it. It'll be taken in. Oh, it gets past Norton. Norton up at the 20. Trying to get a return. Cut it upfield. And he he won't even get to the 25. Well, it works in Mora's favor. I mean, the onside was actually recovered by Pine City, but because the penalty backs him up 5, and Norton, with that slipping through in between his legs, it actually works out for Mora because now Pine City will start inside their own 25 at the 23. Man, oh man. That is less than ideal. Although Pine City does have the ball, but again, the pressure is now on their offense to put a drive together and get back into the end zone with Mora finding that momentum last time out. Three receivers in the formation. Man in motion left to right is Norton. They'll take the snap. Sklzacek has it up the middle, and he'll pick up a good chunk of yards there past the 25 to about the 26, maybe the 27. Gain of 4 for Sklzacek. So gain will set up for second and medium now for Pine City. We'll get to the line of scrimmage. 2 receivers left, 1 right. Running back to the left of Sklzacek. He'll take the snap. It's a low snap. They'll look for the reverse. This time to Hall. Hall trying to cut it upfield. Cut it outside. Beautiful block there. Trying to draw a flag, but that was just a clearly good block by McKellar. And Darian Hall up to the 40. Gain of 13 for Darian Hall. Nice job by Darian Hall, and really patient run there by Darian Hall as well. As he went to the outside, looked to cut up, then cut it back outside, waited for his blocks to set up, cut outside his block. And again, Mora tried to draw one as he threw his hands up, but the defender, unfortunately, that was just a really good block there by Pine City's Kevin McKellar. Now Sklzacek will look to take it himself up the middle. You know, Mora has done a really good job here in this second half, even at the end of the first half, of stuffing a lot of everything going up the middle here. Looks like Owen Perry in on the stop again. Gain of maybe 2 there for Sklzacek. But again, the Mustangs have done a really good job stuffing things going up the middle here, whether it be the quarterback keeper or the running back runs. Pine City's not found a lot of success late in the first half, now into the second half with the runs up the middle. But you obviously have to keep running up the middle to set up the outside. Man in motion now left to right, Norton, and they're going to give it to Norton. Norton trying to bounce it, but Owen Perry, a beautiful tackle there at the 40. A loss of 2. It's 3rd and long. Well, now if you're Pine City, this is you got to get it a first down on this drive because I don't think you can afford to give it back to Mora right now. They've just got too much momentum. You at least want to shift sides of the field and force them to drive the entire length of it. But if you're Pine City, you got to get a good chunk here. Sklzacek, man in motion left to right, will be Hall. And they'll look to throw it to Hall. And I think that's a backwards pass. He's got to hop on top of it. And it's close. I think he might have been throwing it forward. Yeah, it's going to be incomplete. Well, if you're Pine City, got to complete that one. If you're Hall, you got to come back to the ball just a little bit and try and at least pick up some yardage. Also, got to be more careful and hop on top of that thing because if that were a fumble, well, momentum just shifted fully into Mora's favor, and then who knows. But luckily, they decided it's incomplete, and now Pine City will at least get a chance to punt this one away. And, of course, they will get set to boot this one. Nearly blocked, and this not going to go well. I don't even know if it'll shift the side of the 50. That was Ashton Stish on the attempted punt. Well, it manages to cross the 50, but by a yard. So Mora will take over on the 49 of their own side of the 50. And now if you're Pine City, it is go time. It is time to step up and make a stop because now, again, Mora's feeling it, and you have got to make a stop. And you've got to get the ball back offensively and go score. Man in motion left to right, Lyman. They'll give it up to Lyman. Lyman waiting, being patient, cutting up field, got some room. He's got a first down of, 12 to 39. And Lyman is just continuing to make things happen. Lyman with 12, he's starting to heat up. This offensive line's starting to heat up. They're starting to feel it. I couldn't imagine they're going to let this run to the 4th. I would imagine they want to get one more playoff. Looks like they're not, though. Well, they're going to be satisfied with taking this to the 4th. So they will let this clock run, and we will head to the 4th quarter of play. It is 14-6. The Dragons still on top on that Embrace Orthodontic scoreboard, but momentum has shifted hands, and the Mustangs trying to get back and tie this one here on WCMP. Back after a word from our fine sponsor.
Hey, Mark, I spent about $3,500 on heating this last winter.
Whoa, sounds like you need to switch to a central boiler outdoor wood furnace like I did.
A wood furnace? That sounds like a lot of work.
No, not really. I have my wood delivered, and with a large firebox and a central boiler outdoor furnace, I usually just fill it once a day.
Whoa, that sounds great.
I heat my domestic water, garage, and I'm saving a ton of money every year.
Well, where do I get one?
Northland Boiler Sales is your local central boiler sales dealer. Visit northlandboilersales.com.
If you're Pine City up front, you just got to start to bow up and make some plays on the defensive line. And linebackers have got to stay home. They're getting fooled on the counter play that the Mustangs have run. Now, granted, let's give all the credit to the Mustangs, too, because they have run that counter play to perfection this evening, and it has looked good for them. We're coming down. Final quarter of play. 14-6 is our score on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. Customized Smile Journey starts with a free consultation. The team at Embrace wants to make your journey as seamless and convenient as possible. They'll also do all the insurance heavy lifting for you. If you don't have insurance, ask about financing options. They'll find a plan to fit your budget at embracemn.com. One receiver wide right. Man in motion is Lyman, and they'll give it back to Lyman. Lyman just so patient up the middle. Hits to the 35, gain of 4. Dwyer makes the stop. Now live over on 100.9 FM, Rush City versus Kenyon Wanamingo. They lead 38-6. Second and 6 after the 4-yard carry by Lyman. They're probably going to keep it with them. They'll counter it now to Nelson. Nelson, he has to go backwards, and McKellar there for the stop. Great job there to push that line so far back that Nelson had to bow it backwards. And then great stop in the open field by Kevin McKellar. A loss of 2 there for Nelson. And now it's 3rd and 8. It's still going to be 4-down territory for Mora. So Pine City still has to make 2 stops, but that's at least a positive play for if you're Pine City pushing the backwards 2. But you're going to send 2 receivers out in the formation. Will Sand is back on the field, and now we get a timeout by Mora, as I don't know if Will Sand wasn't sure or if the team wasn't sure what the call was, but they're just going to be sure about it, call a timeout, and get this right play call in. So with that, we will keep it here as we will try and update you on more of the playoff games going on around, at least for our local teams. Obviously, Ogilvie won. Now, the one thing we're going to be looking for is Mille Lacs. Did they win? Because they were in a battle with Sabika, and It looks like, well, they were leading 34-30 with a minute to go in the fourth. So that's over there. Bram won, obviously. East Central fell to Barnum. Looks like Hinckley Finlayson fell to Mountain Iron Buell. As we just mentioned, Barnum won. And over in 4A, North Branch beating Rockridge 57-32, a little bit closer now. So here we go, 3rd down and 8, 4-down territory now for Mora. One receiver out wide on each side of the formation. Sand will send Lyman in motion. They'll give it to Lyman. Lyman shifting his way forward past the 35 to the 34. Gain of 3. And that'll set up a much more manageable 4th down situation now. I've just been really, really impressed with Lyman on his carries and how he's been so patient, getting it up the middle and just kind of staying patient, not doing too much there. Meanwhile, Princeton leads Little Falls 29-0. And Chisago Lakes beat North St. Paul 21-12. Chisago Lakes was the road team, and they got the victory 21-12. Nice job, Chisago Lakes. 2 receivers wide left, 1 right. Now they'll send 2 right. Pistol behind Sand. They'll go for it here on 4th. He did. It was a low snap. He's going to roll out right. He's got a man wide open. Where is the defense? Oh, and he dropped it. Oh, my goodness. You talk. What happened? You talk about catching a break. The defender there for Pine City, not sure what he was looking at, but Will Sand had his receiver, Makai Lyman, on an island out there on the right side of the field. No one around him for 5 yards. Again, the defender for Pine City was there, but he was kind of sitting back. I'm not quite sure what he was doing. And luckily for him, Lyman dropped it. So the Dragons catch an absolute break on that 4th. It should have been a 1st down. So now their offense has the ball, and they need to go down and score as they'll give it up the middle here, and it is a quick carry and taken down there after a couple for Ezra Barth. Clock runs under 9.5 minutes now to go. 2nd and 8 after the carry from Barth. Ball at the 36-yard line on the Dragons' own side of the 50. 2 receivers right, 1 split off the tight end left. Man in motion left to right. They'll give it to Norton. Norton, he's got some blocking out there up to the 40, up to the 45 before he's escorted out of bounds. They'll spot him right at that 40. They'll spot him at the 44. Either way, it's a gain of 8, and well, it will be a 1st down. So it will be enough for Mitchell Norton for a new set of downs. New set of downs for Pine City. So ball spot at the 44-yard line. 8:53 to go. His clock stops as he ran out of bounds. Same formation as the last play, and now we're going to get a timeout for Pine City. Well, that'll be their first. They'll be off with 2. 8:53 to go, and while they take a timeout, why don't we as well here on WCMP?
Arrowhead Transit, your community, your ride. Arrowhead Transit is proud to support this station and bring you reliable public transportation in your community. Whether you need to get to work, school, or the doctor's office, our friendly drivers and comfortable buses are here to serve you. We're committed to connecting communities and making transportation accessible for everyone. Arrowhead Transit is your community partner in getting around. Arrowhead Transit is a supporting sponsor of the station and is dedicated to supporting our local communities.
Back here on WCMP 106.5 FM, AM 1350. Of course, WCMPradio.com. Dragons lead on the Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard 14-6, 8:53 to go here in the 4th. Dragons offense really needs to get down and score because this offense for Mora has gotten into rhythm as of late here in this one. So Dragons need to get something going. Of course, they had something going on their first drive of the half, but a fumble destroyed it, and then Mora went down and took care of business. After a couple of drives, but man in motion here. Mitchell Norton, he'll get the ball back and trying to cut it upfield. Nothing doing right at the line of scrimmage. A great hit there. That was Cook as well as Cole Jensen. That was a great double-team tackle there by those two. They're actually going to spot it at the 45 for a gain of 1 for Mitchell Norton. Second down and 9. If you're Pine City, if you can get this past the 50, that's huge because even if you get into a fourth down situation, you're going to, I would assume, punt to make Mora go the length of the field. And then, again, Mora has to go the length of the field, so that would take up a good chunk of time. Man in motion again. Sklzacek gets a bobbled snap. He gets it up, and he is taken down. Right at the line of scrimmage, he's actually going to lose yard to the original line of scrimmage. So another snap that is bobbled. And now it will be 3rd down and 10. Seen a couple of bobbled snaps here tonight for Pine City. None of them resulting in turnovers, but definitely be something we'll need to fix going forward. But 3rd and 10 now, and again, I mentioned if they can at least get it to or past the 50, then they can at least punt it on 4th if they decide to go that route. They'll give to Dens, back to Norton, this time not fooled on the reverse. That is Owen Perry. Owen Perry says not for this time. He was not fooled at all on the reverse play again. They tried to get to Dens and to Norton, but just not fooled was Owen Perry, and a great stop by him. And Pine City's now in a 4th down, and they didn't take a lot of time off the clock either. Not a lot of time taken off the clock here. We're under 7 minutes, but that's a lot of time now. We'll get set to boot it away, will the Dragons, and we'll look to punt and change field position at least. High snap, but gets down, and there's a decent punt, and it will be... Oh, he touched it! He touched it! And Norton going to chase after him. He misses the tackle. Now he's going to cut it back, and Dens he broke off that tackle, but he is ripped down inside their own 20. Well, that a unfortunate happening there for Jeremiah Fuller. Fuller, as it went behind him, he touched it. And then he had to pick it up. And he just tried to do something with it. And, Dens and company were there to take him down. So, punt winds up working out for Pine City as the Mustangs will start at their own 15-yard line. So the Mustangs will have to go 85 yards if they want to score. They'll fake the give up the middle. Sand is taken down. What a play over there by number 68? Waylon Nowling with the stop, or Tyler Dwyer. Can't quite tell, is that 68 or 60? That's Nowling. Waylon Nowling with the stop. Loss of 2 for Will Sand. Great open field tackle by Nowling. Right around the ankles and bottom down. So 2nd and long now. Mustangs will have 2 receivers on each side of the formation. Pistol formation behind Sandman in motion. Left to right is the lineman. They'll give it up the middle here, and that is Lance. He's quickly up the middle and then ripped down past the 15 to about the 17, 18-yard line. Gain of about 4 there for Lance. They'll give him 5. So 3rd down and medium. They're in about 7. Here we go. This would be big. Man in motion right to left, and he fakes the give, and now going to throw. He's got a man out there. It comes up short, and we've got a flag. A late flag. I mean, after the play, late flag. I didn't see anything late hit-wise, so I would imagine this is holding. Illegal man downfield is what's actually going to be called. Yep, illegal man downfield. Penalty will be declined. If you're Mora, you're forced to punt this away. You don't want to, but you have to. Because if you don't, well, Pine City's taken over, if you don't convert, inside their own 25. If you punt, you're at least forcing Pine City to at least go 40-plus yards maybe. But it looks like they're going to try and go for it. Well, that was an extra long huddle. Watch for the fake here if you're Pine City. Watch for the fake. They're lining up to punt, but I'm watching for the fake. They don't even have anyone back to return. They fake it, and off the left side, he's down short. So they try to go to Lance. He picks up 5, and that's it, and he'll be short of the first down. It will be Pine City's ball. Oh, whoa! What? Based on where his knee went down, he was short. At least from my angle. Huh. I don't know where he got the first down on that one, but, well, I guess he got it. Lyman on the carry, and he is ripped backwards. No gain there. Semick with the stop. So no gain there for Lyman. Closing in on 4 minutes left here in the fourth. Mora taking plenty of time in this huddle. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and this is going to be delay of game. 1, yep, there it is. So back up 5. Another flag on the Mustangs. So not only did they take a lot of time off the clock, they also have to back up 5 yards because of the flag, and it's 3.5 minutes now to go. 2 receivers each side of the formation. In fact, they'll go with 3 wide right. They'll look to try and go deep, but Will Sand under pressure, and he just got it away before being taken down by Nowling and McKellar over there on the right side of the formation, far side of the field. So Sand just did get rid of it before taking a sack. It'll be incomplete. That'll bring up 3rd down and long. Great pressure up front by the Dragons. But now it's 3rd and long. 3:21 to go. If you're the Mustangs, silver lining is clock stopped. If you're Pine City, gotta be aware of where the receivers are at. You cannot get caught with your eyes in the backfield. You have to keep yourself glued to these receivers. 2 receivers right, 2 left. Pistol behind Sand will be Lance. Watch out for the draw as well. The man in motion will be Stratton Nelson. It's a low snap. They'll look to go. Sand now rolling out to his right. He's going to chuck it over the middle to Lyman. This time he holds on. We're going to get a roughing the passer call, so it's going to be an automatic first down for Mora. Lyman caught it at the 30. Roughing the passer is going to be called on Pine City. Yep, so that will be an automatic first down. Roughing the passer on Pine City, and, well, Sand is still down. Yeah, that's a very dumb penalty on Pine City at this point. I mean, now, Lyman got it up to the 30, which wouldn't have been a first down. But with that, you give them a first down. That is just a silly, silly penalty at this point of the game. Now you put Mora all the way up to the 46-yard line. Silly, silly penalty that you cannot have at this point of the game. Meanwhile, Sand is still down. Yeah, we hope and pray that Sand is all right, but while they take a look at him, we'll take a commercial break.
Kettle River Pizza, the handcrafted pizza made locally in Ask Cove, Minnesota. Always the highest quality ingredients. Pizza that is consistently great tasting. A true crowd pleaser. 16 varieties to choose from. Enjoy the classics like pepperoni, pepperoni sausage and supreme, to the unique tastes of hot Hawaiian, taco, buffalo chicken, and chicken Alfredo. Pick some up at your local grocer, tavern, or convenience store. Handcrafted Kettle River Pizza. Moms and basketball players approved.
The mushroom melt is back at A&W. How does this sound? Sautéed seasoned mushrooms and onions with melted Swiss cheese on your choice of a juicy burger or grilled chicken. Then add golden French fries and a medium soft drink. It's the mushroom melt and fries combo at A&W. Now, top it off with a classic A&W root beer float featuring vanilla soft serve and made fresh root beer, all in a frosty mug. Or how about the A&W root beer freeze? Signature combos and delicious treats always at your local A&W restaurant in Pine City.
Here in WCMP, Will Sandy will get up on his own, under his own power and walk back to the sideline. But now again, Mora has 1st and 10 at their own 46-yard line because they're roughing the passer. Metling will be at quarterback, 2 receivers each side. Lance behind him in the pistol. Metling takes the snap, man in motion. It'll be Lyman, fumbled snap. Lance will pick it up, but he's got room on the left side of the formation because Pine City, for some reason, their defenders went the other way. I don't know what they were looking at. It'll be a gain of 4 for Lance, and he got out of bounds. So not only did he pick up yardage, he got out of bounds. Under 3 minutes to go. Crunch time here in this one, 14-6. Mora has plenty of time to try and tie this one up. They'll go 2 receivers on each side of the formation again. Lance will be the pistol behind Metling. Metling takes the snap. He'll look to throw. He's got a man, and he wanted to throw, and then he slipped. Nowling was going after him, and he slipped, and then as Metling rolled to his right, he slipped. It'll be a loss of about 3 for Metling. It'll bring up 3rd down. The Dragons will have the Mustangs in 3rd and 9. Mustangs obviously in 4-down territory from here on out. 2:15 to go for 3 receivers left, 1 right. Lance, the lone back behind him. He'll roll to his right. McKellar is there, and he's going down. McKellar with the sack back at the 36-yard line. That is huge by McKellar. I'm not quite sure what Metling saw there, but he rolled right into McKellar, and he didn't accept it, obviously, but he just had nowhere to go. McKellar, what a great job getting pressure back there. My goodness, McKellar. You talk about a clutch play at this point in the game. That was McKellar right there. Minute and a half now to go in the game. This is it for Mora. They have to convert here. Pine City needs to just stay penalty-free, get back, and guard the 1st down line. Here we go. 2 receivers each side of the formation. Lance behind Metling in the gun. Metling, he will look. He will take the snap. It's a low snap. He bobbles it. He's nearly sacked. He's going to look. He's going to chuck it over the middle. It's incomplete, and that is it. And that could just about do it. 2 timeouts for Mora. So Pine City will have to get at least 1 first down, and then they could melt off the rest of the clock. Great pressure again up front by Pine City. And then Metling comes up short, and I mean short on the throw. And if you are a quarterback, you cannot come up short on a play like that. So Pine City going to line up. Well, they were going to line up to knee, but I think they just realized Mora still has 2 timeouts. So they need to at least run a few plays. Well, 113. Yeah, they might be able to. 1:13 to go. I'm no mathematician, so I don't know. They'll be left with 1 timeout. Mustangs have 2. Yeah. I mean, they'd be left with only a couple seconds, but in that sense, I guess Pine City could just roll around and then chuck a ball out of bounds to end the game. So, yeah, pretty much that should do it. So they will line up to at least run one play. I formation, 2 receivers left. They'll give it here to Evan Dens. He's got room, runs over 1 man, and he's taken out at the 31. Gain of 5 for Dens. Timeout by Mora, and they'll be left with 1. So there's that timeout we talked about with the Mustangs. 1:07 to go. So the Dragons are a minute and 7 away from winning their first playoff game in some time. I remember a few years ago when they were able to beat the number 2 seeded Spectrum as an underdog. And that was a team that really felt like they probably should have went to the championship game. 1:07 away. Got a lot of people out here for both squads lining up the fence and the bleachers. So we'll line up again. I formation, 2 receivers left for Sklzacek under center. He'll take it and give to Dens again. Dens off the right sideline. Got some room all the way up to the 24. Gain of 6, and that's a first down. And that will do it. That's going to do it. That will end the game. And the Dragons need 1 kneel down, and the game is over, and they will, well, it looks like we're actually going to get that timeout by Mora. Well, they've got it. Why not use it? It's one more play to potentially have a fumbled snap, something go wrong. So you might as well use it if you're Mora. Why not? I mean, it's the last game of the season, potentially, for the Mustangs if they can't figure out a way to get the ball back here. The Dragons trying to get their way to a win. 46-6, the Tigers lead over Kenyon Wanamingo, so they're on their way to Saturday. Out of the timeout. And the Dragons will go in and kneel it. And Sklzacek with 1 kneel down will need maybe 1 more, and that will be it. So 1 more kneel down, and the Dragons have their first playoff win in a few years. And how sweet it will be when that clock hits 0, because they just beat Mora twice in the same season. Not only that, it's a playoff win. Here they go, kneel down, number 2. And that's it. The Dragons get the victory over the Mustangs, 14-6. And the Dragons are headed to the section semifinal on Saturday against Annandale. So Pine City gets away with the win, 14-6 on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. Stay tuned. We will have the post-game show. So stay tuned. We'll have the post-game show coming up here, and we'll get a word from our fine sponsors and then recap this one. And then we'll also hopefully have our Pine Insurance Agency Player of the Game. after word from our sponsors on WCMP.
Pizza Pub in Pine City has a pizza and salad buffet on Fridays.
Not the right vibe. Trav and the gang at Pizza Pub are a little hipper. Here we go. Take 2.
Start off your weekend right with the Friday Pizza Buffet at Pizza Pub. From 11 to 1, pile your plate high with all-you-can-eat pizza for just $12, or upgrade to pizza and salad buffet for only $16. And they're now open Friday and Saturday 11 to 11 and Sunday 11 to 9. Pizza Pub, serving fresh pizza every day of the week. Come stop in.
Pizza Pub of Pine City.
All right, guys, when you get into the end zone, I want a big celebration. Maybe the gritty?
Nah, the Dirty Bird.
Ready, break.
There are plenty of different celebrations after a touchdown. When it comes to yours or your loved one's end-of-life celebration, there are also choices. Find guidance from the professionals at Methvin Funeral Homes, church services, celebration of life services at one of their chapels, or even cremation. Methvin has the resources to facilitate everything from start to finish. Methvin Funeral Services in Mora, Sandstone, and Isle, or find them online at methvinfuneralhome.com.
A jewelry store.
Nada.
Then it's a thrift store?
Nada.
A pawn shop.
Nada. Another man's treasure is not a lot of things. What it is a place to find gently used power tools, hand tools, tires, fishing and hunting gear, motocross gear, and a ton of other cool stuff. Stop by and sell your gently used items, or buy something at a fraction of the price of buying it new. Another man's treasure in Becker, Princeton, East Bethel, Rice Lake, Wisconsin, or North Branch. Or visit Another Man's Treasure on Facebook and see what came in today.
CF Moto gives you everything you're looking for in off-road side-by-sides and utility by-sides. Not only does CF Moto offer comfort, but refined performance, and is found at Caswell Cycle in Mora. For those craving big adventures for off-road, CF Moto can help you get out on that next adventure with CF Moto Power Sports. Experience more together. The best place to purchase CF Moto off-road side-by-sides is Caswell Cycle. The fun starts here. Caswell Cycle, Mora. Motorcycles, ATVs, and side-by-sides can be dangerous to operate. Review all product manuals, labels, and safety information before operating. Always wear your safety gear and never operate a CF Moto vehicle under the influence of alcohol or drugs. Visit cfmotousa.com for complete training and safety guidelines.
A&W Restaurant Pine City is still making fresh root beer, that signature item since 1919. It's still made fresh and on-site with real cane sugar and a blend of secret ingredients. It doesn't get any better than this. Their world-renowned A&W root beer is a classic treat, and they can top it off with creamy vanilla soft serve to be known as the famous A&W root beer float. Now that's smooth, tasty, and refreshing. An American iconic A&W root beer float. It never tasted so good. A&W Restaurant Pine City. Come grab your root beer float today.
Hey there, Brad from Lease Pro Shop here. Are you ready to show off that school pride? Lease Pro Shop is your official letter jacket supplier, and we're here to help you celebrate every touchdown, goal, and win. We got everything you need to create a perfect letter jacket that tells your story. And for a limited time, when you come in and mention this radio ad, you get $10 off your letter jacket. That's right, $10 off. So come in, let's start to tell your story. Lease Pro Shop, where the passion for sports begins.
Your journey to a smile you'll love forever starts at Embrace Orthodontics. The team at Embrace is committed to providing world-class care and a remarkable orthodontic experience. Choose between custom Light Force braces or Invisalign clear aligners. With locations in Pine City, Lindstrom, and Cambridge, and a plan to fit your budget whether you have insurance or not. Embrace Orthodontics will make your smile journey comfortable, convenient, and customized just for you. Visit EmbraceMN.com today to find out how to set up your free exam. EmbraceMN.com. Embrace Orthodontics. A smile you'll embrace forever.
Mille Lacs Health System has been standing in partnership with their patients for over 65 years. Their mission is to assist those residing in and visiting the Mille Lacs area in achieving and maintaining optimal health. Mille Lacs Health System providing urgent care and emergency services on their main campus in Onamia and family medical care in Onamia, Isle, Hillman, and Garrison. They salute the youth in the communities they serve and wish them good health and good luck.
Oh no.
Oh man.
Don't worry, Hones can fix you up. Butch, Christie, and the crew at Hones Auto Body and Glass have over 44 years of experience repairing vehicles from accidents and damage due to hail. In fact, they've got a huge state-of-the-art facility in Mora, are I-CAR and ASC certified, and certified in aluminum repair and welding. Plus, Hones is recommended by many insurance companies. Hones Auto Body and Glass. In Mora, Hones. They'll fix you up right.
Here's the pitch.
Here's the pitch in North Branch, the area's premier indoor batting cages and training facility. State-of-the-art pitching machines for softball and baseball. Rent cages with machines or bring your own pitcher. Here's the Pitch also offers instruction from experienced players. And Here's the Pitch has enough room for coaches to bring the whole team for training. Here's the pitch in the North Branch Outlet Mall.
Back here on WCMP, Ethan Game Day Gilman here with you in the post-game show. The Dragons get the victory over the Mora Mustangs, 14-6 here, and will continue their season as they move to 3-6 now as they head to Annandale on Saturday. It's going to be a tough game, but you know what? A physical team like this, maybe they give Annandale something they haven't seen before in being this physical of a team. So we will get you our Pine Insurance Player of the Game here, hopefully sooner rather than later. Tell you this, he had a few big chunk plays, and that's what Pine City's been missing this season. So we'll see if we can't get him up here for our Pine Insurance Player of the Game interview. But again, taking a look on our scoreboard here, the Dragons do get the victory over the Mustangs. And what's kind of cool about this is, one, it's not cool. It sucks because Mora, one team had to lose here, and that's what sucks about it. But the cool thing is these two teams, now Mora is younger than Pine City, but for the most part, both these teams are going to be back pretty much the same as this year. Both these teams are going to come back with a good chunk of players they had this year for next year. So both these teams going to have a good returning few guys for next year that played a good chunk this year. So they're going to have a lot of guys returning, and it's going to be fun to see what this matchup looks like next year. It should be a lot of fun next year for these two teams. Taking a look at the final stats here, Pine City had 45 carries for 254 yards rushing and 2 rushing touchdowns. They were 1 of 5 passing for 8 yards for a total of 262 yards of offense. They had averaged nearly 6 yards a carry. That's impressive to say the least. For Mora, it started to get going in the second half there, but just not quite enough. 22 carries for 147 yards, 1 touchdown rushing, 2 of 9 passing, 43 yards for 190 total yards. It was Will Sand who led them with rushing with 64 yards rushing, then Lyman with 40. It really started to get going there, but just unable to do anything else with it. So that is going to do it here in this one. We'll keep you up to date as if we can get our Pine Insurance Player of the Game. We'll wait just a little bit longer. But here in this one, the Dragons get the win over the Mora Mustangs, 14-6. Give a moment here to shout out the seniors of Mora as their season unfortunately comes to a close. Of course, Jeremy Lance, one of those seniors. Will Sand, another one of the seniors. Cole Jensen, Marcus Faber, Logan Wickland, Owen Perry, and Logan Hendricks, the seniors. Now, again, it's a young team, so a lot of these guys will be back. In fact, most will be back next year. Again, Jeremy Lance, Will Sand, Cole Jensen, Marcus Faber, Logan Wickland, Owen Perry, and Logan Hendricks, the seniors here for Mora, that unfortunately has their season come to an end sooner than they would have liked it to have. For Pine City, their seniors are Darian Hall, Caden Marcotte, Sawyer Dvorak, James Noreen, Mitchell Sklzacek, and you've got Caleb Hogberg, Ashton Moore, Owen Severson, Tyler Dwyer, as well as Blake Zemek. Those are their seniors who will see their season continue, as well as Evan Denz. I forgot to mention Evan Denz. I don't know if I mentioned him. I feel like I skipped him somehow. But those are their seniors here this year for Pine City, and they will see their season continue on Saturday in Annandale. Going to be a tough game, but again, like I said, why not? Maybe they can give them something they haven't seen yet. So that's the final. We're going to take one more commercial break and hopefully be back with our Pine Insurance Player of the Game. So stay tuned here. One more commercial break, and then we'll be back with our Pine Insurance Player of the Game on WCMP.
Honeymoon, here we come. Where's our car?
It's been stolen.
We'll call our insurance agent. I'm right here.
Oh, hey, Jen. You got our invite.
Love the dress.
Are we covered for this?
Of course. That's why you chose Auto Owners. We work together to get the right coverage. So when the unexpected happens, you know you're covered.
That's simple human sense.
Your local auto owner's agent is Pine Insurance Agency. Visit them at pineagency.us today. pineagency.us. Can't wait to get out there.
Yeah, man, I'm ready for the season.
Hey guys, you gonna finally let me in on the big hunt this year?
Yeah, sure.
Really?
Honey, there's a lot of preparation that goes into hunting.
Preparation, huh? Like
Getting to Almost Yours gun and pawn in Mora so I can have the right gun, scope, blind, and stand. And no matter what caliber I'm shooting, Bob always has the right ammo.
Ha, thanks, boys. I went to Almost Yours Gun and Pawn. They have everything a hunter needs to be prepared.
Okay. I do love Almost Yours Gun and Pawn.
907 Union Street, Mora.
Kettle River Pizza is a proud supporter of sports teams and community organizations. Local groups and teams across the state have had amazing success with Kettle River Pizza fundraising. From sausage and pepperoni to chicken Alfredo or the hot Hawaiian, the cheesy deliciousness practically sells itself. Visit kettleriverpizza.com to schedule your next fundraiser. It's so easy to get started. Got a pizza craving now? Pick up a Kettle River Pizza at your local grocery store or convenience store today.
Are you ready to get back to doing what you love? Whether it's recovering from an injury or preventing one, Wellia Health Sports Medicine Team is here to help. From kids to adults, we specialize in treating sports injuries, including concussions. We're here to get you back to peak performance. Call us today at 320-679-1313 or schedule an appointment through MyChart. Visit welliahealth.org.
Hi, I'm Samantha.
I'm Ebony. I'm Megan.
And I'm Alicia.
Together, we're dapper and divine.
Whether you're looking for bold color,
Fresh cuts, or laid-back vibes,
we're all about hair that feels like you.
at Dapper and Divine, we want you to leave our salon feeling confident.
Fun and effortlessly gorgeous.
There's always room for you at Dapper and Divine. How would you like to get a brow wax for free? Mention this ad with Annie Coloring, free brow wax all month. Dapper and Divine, on the corner of Main Street, Pine City, across from the Bottle Shop.
Mom's Parkside Cafe in Pine City proudly serves breakfast skillets, scratch-made buttermilk pancakes, famous big cookies, and bread pudding with homemade caramel sauce. Enjoy home-style hot sandwiches made with real mashed potatoes and gravy. Voted Pine County's best breakfast, best lunch, and best soup and salad. This quaint cafe is owner-operated with a small-town feel. Stir in family and a sprinkle of hard work to complete the recipe for this award-winning cafe.
Order up! Mom's Parkside Cafe. Open Monday through Friday, 8 till 2, and weekends, 7 till 2.
Arrow Building Center in Siren is your leading name throughout the Midwest with trusted brands for your building supplies and services. Arrow Building Center has been providing contractors, homeowners, and do-it-yourselfers with quality products and expert service for all projects, big and small, for many decades. No matter the size of your next project, Arrow Building Center is at your service. And don't forget, free, yes, free delivery, always. Stop on by Arrow Building Center in Siren, conveniently located off Highway 70, or visit them online at abc-clc.com.
Hi, Rob.
Hey, why have you been so happy lately?
It's because I no longer pay for hot water.
What? You have 4 teenagers that take all-day showers. How do you not pay for hot water?
Well, I put in a central boiler outdoor furnace that heats my house, my garage, and now I have virtually endless free hot water.
Wow, that's great. With my 10 kids, I'll really save some money. Where do I get a furnace?
Check with your local central boiler dealer, of course.
Northland Boiler Sales, your local central boiler sales dealer. Visit northlandboilersales.com.
Well, we got a little bit of time as we wait for our Pine Insurance Player of the Game to come up and join us. We'll take a look at what's going on around the sports world here, and we'll take a look at Section 7 as North Branch beat Rockridge 65-40. They will now play Hermantown on Saturday. As we know, Chisago Lakes, they beat their team they needed to. They beat North St. Paul. Princeton was well in control over whoever it is they were playing. Little Falls, they beat them 36-0. That's impressive, to say the least. Then over there in 2A, Section 4, Rush City was beating Kenyon Wanamingo. I think it was like 52-6 now. So they should be on their way to a win there and play on Saturday. In Single A football, it was East Central falling to number 1 seeded Barnum. Bram beat Chisholm. And then Hinckley Finlayson fell to Mountain Iron Buell. The one game that that I am waiting for at least, is to see what 9-man did in Section 5. Let's see. It was Mille Lacs. They did beat Sabika 34-30, so they'll play number 1 seeded Cromwell right. Meanwhile, Ogilvie will travel to Bertha Hewitt on Saturday. So we've got a bunch of our local teams. Moving on to this Saturday, and where you can catch us on Saturday, well, stay tuned. We'll have that up on our website, wcmpradio.com. You can go to the sports tab, click on broadcast schedule. That is where you'll be able to find where we will be at on Saturday. Sounds like it's getting pretty windy out there, so both teams trying to head in quick. So hopefully we'll have our Pine Insurance Player of the Game joining us. I'm trying to save him some extra time just in case he wanted to go in and get changed. Because, again, it is a little bit damp on the field, so I wouldn't blame him. But we'll try and stay out here at least for a little bit to get our Pine Insurance Player of the Game. But can't wait too much longer. But the Dragons get the victory here over the Mora Mustangs, 14-6. 2 touchdowns for Tucker Johnson. The other one, a rushing touchdown for Stratton Nelson from 28 yards out. Again, mentioned the seniors for Mora, whose season comes to a close a little bit sooner than they would have liked. Jeremy Lance, Will Sand, as well as Cole Jensen, Marcus Faber, Logan Wickland, Owen Perry, and Logan Hendricks. The seniors for Pine City that will be moving on and playing on Saturday in Annandale will be Darian Hall, Evan Denz, along with James Noreen and Samuel Johnson, Tucker Johnson, Caleb Hogberg, Ashton Moore, Tyler Dwyer, Nicholas Bolt, Blake Zemek are the seniors that will be playing on Saturday for the Pine City Dragons in Annandale as they take on the number 1 seeded Cardinals. Be sure to tune in tomorrow night as we'll be headed out to some playoff volleyball action, and I'll tell you where to go. Go to WCMPradio.com. Then when you're there, hover over that sports tab. When you're there, click on broadcast schedule. Scroll down and you'll see what games we got coming up tomorrow. Tomorrow we got 4 of them. Mora hosting Duluth Marshall, North Branch hosting Hibbing, Chisago Lakes hosting Minneapolis Edison, and Rush City hosting Hinckley. Those are the games that we'll be at tomorrow. Then on Thursday, it's only one playoff game, but Bram will get to host a playoff game against someone, and we will let you know who, because I believe they will know as of tomorrow morning who they get to play. So be sure to tune in for all of those. Of course, it is audio only due to it being playoffs. Well, unfortunately, I think we will not get a player of the game interview, but I want to thank all of you for tuning in. Appreciate you all for tuning in. It makes, trust me, it means a lot to me, because if you guys aren't tuning in, I get told don't come out because no one's listening or tuning in, so I don't need to do these games. So I appreciate it. Want to thank all of our fine sponsors for making it possible for us to come out here and broadcast these games, because they sponsor us on all the sports here during fall, winter, spring, summer. Doesn't matter. We appreciate them as well. The final here in this one, Pine City beats Mora 14-6, and will play on Saturday against Annandale, against the number 1 seeded Cardinals. Thank you so much for tuning in. Remember, be kind to everyone. You never know what someone is going through, and your kindness can truly make their day. You'd be surprised. It doesn't take much to make someone's day a whole lot better. For WCMP, I'm Ethan Game Day Gilman. Stay tuned to the morning shows to catch all sports. Stay tuned to our social medias as well. Like, follow, subscribe, do whatever you got to do. Stay up to date with all things local sports. But again, for WCMP, I'm Ethan Game Day Gilman. Our player of the game was number 23, Tucker Johnson, over 100 yards and 2 rushing touchdowns on the evening. Wanted to make sure I didn't hear him possibly coming up the stairs there. But again, appreciate y'all. Final, Pine City 14, Mora 6. The Dragons will play down in Annandale against the number 1 seeded Cardinals on Saturday. For all of our fine sponsors, for all of you, thanks so much for tuning in. I'm Ethan Game Day Gilman for WCMP, Anthem Country, and all of Q Media Sports. Have a great rest of your night.
Are you tired of long commutes to the Twin Cities to work in the HVAC field? Dale's Heating and Appliance in Pine City is now hiring full-time installation and service technicians to join their growing team. Dale's Heating and Appliance is an established Lennox Premier dealer looking to expand their business. Benefits include competitive wages, health insurance, paid vacation, paid holidays, 401k, and more. Submit your resume to daleshvac@yahoo.com or visit Dale's Heating and Appliance in downtown Pine City today.
That concludes our broadcast from WCMP Sports, a Q Media Group radio station, and brought to you in part by local advertisers. For high school sports schedules, scores, and interviews, visit WCMPradio.com. Catch more local live action all season long, right here on this local radio station. Also available via the WCMP mobile app, available for free download in the App Store, and multiple Q Media Group YouTube streams. Thank you for joining us. Now back to regularly scheduled programming. WCMP is 100.9 FM, 106.5 FM, and 1350 AM. Licensed out of Pine City.
Need a prescription or medication?